your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
It's all tied up. The Blue Jays took Game 4 of the World Series 6-2 handily. You can catch Game 5 live on our sister station, ESPN San Antonio, 1250 a.m. In Dallas Cowboys news, Ed Roeder reports wide receiver George Pickens and the Jones boys have not spoken about a contract next year. Jerry Jones said on his weekly radio show, "I can tell you that right now there is not a trade in my mind." I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing?
Hump day.
What day is it?
Hump day.
Oh, it's a hump day.
Oh, it's better than that. Better than that.
And like Mr. Cotter, welcome back. Hey, Victor Brown back in the saddle. I'm
Because
AJ.
a lot of people have no idea what's going on.
No.
All right, Horseshack.
Welcome back, Victor Brown. What'd you do this week? Where you been?
I've been
Where
lazy.
you been, man?
Been at home, enjoying
Bro.
getting my mortgage, my money's worth.
Hanging out, taking his
on,
vacation
man.
days.
Yeah, I gotta use a bunch
Gotta
of
eat,
days.
we got a lot of days we
Who
got
wants
to eat up.
Why do you want to miss shows? What about
I
us?
don't want to miss.
What about your friends?
If it were up to me, I'd do it from my little studio at home.
What about your pals here? Why don't you just hang out with us?
I thought about bringing tacos, but I went back to bed. That was Tuesday. Monday I had steak and eggs. Nom 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 nom.
Well, that's nice of you. I went back to bed. I was going to get you guys tacos, but then I went back to bed.
Yeah.
Well, at least he's true.
Oh, that's nice.
At least, I believe the story.
Exactly what I was.
He could have come up
Well,
and said,
not
I
only-
woke up and the car was dead and
Well, actually,
snowing and
my wife went to work early, so that was another deterrent. I didn't have a car.
Yeah,
We're
listen,
down
man.
to one car.
Yesterday, I had a moment of panic.
Oh, yeah.
I got the
Here's the way things work around here. I think typically, and Rob, you correct me if I'm wrong. Typically, the order of arrival is Victor, Rob, AJ.
yes.
That's right.
Well,
I'm always
yesterday
here first.
I knew Vic was out on Monday. I didn't know that Vic was out on Tuesday. So yesterday,
And you got here.
I got here first, which
That's
I was
not
like-
the order
so and
of
then he
things.
panicked like a kid left on a grocery aisle.
well, no. I
Like,
didn't
"Where's
panic.
my mom?"
I didn't panic immediately. Not immediately because I said, "Oh, I mean, maybe Rob has to go." Like, Victor often has car trouble, so I said, "Oh, maybe
Yeah.
Rob has to go pick him up or something like that." But then I started thinking. I got in here and it was like, I don't know, 4:45. I'm
Yeah,
sitting.
you hit here at a perfect storm day because keep in mind this is off the 18-inning 2
Yes.
a.m., 3 a.m. baseball game,
Yeah, so I'm sitting in here at like 4:45,
which I can't. I'm still
and I'm just staring at this window ahead of me, and there's no one in it,
in
and
a
the light is
silent,
off.
dark studio.
The light is off, and it's. I mean, it's just. It's never like I had to turn on all the lights in the studio. I never have to be the light turner oner.
Oh, I'm the one who does that.
And I was like, what is going on here? And then at about 5 minutes after 5, I said,
I'm still alone.
Something's happened. Something's happened
See,
to Vic.
I had hit the snooze.
I said Rob went to go pick up Vic in Flea Bottom, and Rob got carjacked.
I got jacked.
And now Rob and Victor are hogtied in a ditch.
So I'm running late, but at about 5:05, which is later than I normally get here, but not that late. Like a text just comes through to our group text. It's like, "Are you good?" So I saw it as to me, and I'm like, "I'm not even that late, dude." But I hit the snooze a couple times. I'm on my way, and it went quiet.
Except he just thought that in his head and didn't reply it to me.
Oh, I didn't reply it to you?
No.
Oh, I thought I said
You just left me here to sweat.
No, I thought that I had replied because I've replied.
No.
I didn't?
No.
But I was like, dude, this is awfully early to panic. I'm on my way. So I arrived and Vic's car's not here, and he's like, okay, now, like,
And no Edwin?
Well, Edwin
Well,
showed
Edwin
up
had gotten
eventually.
here by then. So
But Edwin is not as prompt as you. And
Okay.
it was a. It was.
And
a-
again,
a-
I didn't
a
know he was
photo-negative kind of
coming.
morning.
so it was really weird. And I did have a moment of panic that man, what's gonna happen here?
One time, a guy sit right there. I won't name him. Didn't sit here, but sat across from me a couple of years back. We were getting ready for the show, and we're going off at 6. It's 5:15, and it's not uncommon for him to be a little late. 5:20, 5:25. Call, no answer.
5:55.
Call, no answer. Call, no answer. The wife finally answered. We're looking. She's like, he left a long time ago. So I walk out. He's asleep in his car.
Oh, boy.
He goes, yeah, I got here on time. I thought I had a couple minutes.
This must have been several years ago if he had a home phone for his wife to
No, I
answer.
called her. No, I called her cell phone.
Okay, I was like, oh my god.
Because I mean, it was almost time, and I'd heard nothing, so I
How
got
do
a
you
little
have her
worried.
cell phone number?
This was I was thinking, man, this must have been like the 90s. Or somebody, so I called his house phone.
No, I set up a smoke signal. I called her.
So I called the operator. I said, can you please connect me to
Klondike 7954.
It was still connected to the fax machine, so it kept getting that
kept
stupid
getting the
noise.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I could see that happening to me, but yeah, for me to show up to an empty parking lot and go, oh, wait a minute,
Is today Saturday?
yeah, what's going on here? It was very odd.
Yeah.
It's a dark and lonely parking
Or
lot.
Is it a holiday?
Well, my first thought is always, is there something wrong with my watch or my clock? Like, am I here late or early? What's wrong? This doesn't feel right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, public service announcement. We are changing our clocks on Saturday night.
Oh,
I knew it was coming.
We fall back for 1 week, and everybody listening right now knows the glory of the first week of fall because we get an extra hour of sleep.
Well,
You feel like you're sleeping
Yeah, but
late.
you're at work an extra hour.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're just coming in an hour later, if by the clock.
Oh, yeah.
But it's going to be, and it also helps those of us who have the early morning lifestyle. It gets dark so early, so it kind of makes
Yes.
our lifestyle easier. This is the best time of year for me.
Yeah. Oh, how about going outside this morning and feeling that crisp breeze?
I walked out bare ass naked and let the breezes blow through my wavy chest hair.
Oh.
I felt so, dude. I walked out this morning and was like, oh man, this is fantastic.
Is your chest hair really wavy?
Oh, wavy. It's thick and lustrous. It's like a mink.
really?
Oh, thick. I condition it.
Mine's all straight and flat.
No, I don't have very good chest hair. I got that little island right in the middle.
Oh, really?
I don't have good chest hair.
Okay.
I don't have the Burt Reynolds kind of like.
You've got a landing strip.
Kind of. Kind of just got a little landing strip.
Rob, he
man
puts it
strip.
into a heart.
It's I like to call it a man strip, but I could probably shave it in, form it into a. You know
Shaves
what?
it into a little heart.
You just gave me an idea.
There you go.
Wait till next, honey. And I'd like to bring up something that is really a life-changing event for men of my age. When you look down and see the hair that is normally black, both either the crotchal or chestal region turning gray, that is a terrible thing to see.
Dude.
A gray pube is just, oh God.
You know
Boy,
what,
that'll
man?
wake you up in the morning.
Obviously you've seen me with my beard grown out. My beard is very salt and pepper. I mean,
I've always had a gray
my beard looks like yours.
But I had a salt and pepper at 30. I mean, I've always had a gray beard.
It's been in the last couple years for me. I used to have a thick, like brownish red auburn beard, and now it's more salt than pepper.
Mm-hmm.
My chest hair, body hair, even I use I use a thing on my head every day, and then I empty it out. And
Is it dark still?
all
Impeccable.
dark.
No, not me.
But all this, the beard, where I want, it's white.
I've always had a gray chin, and when I first grew a beard, it was Wolfman Jackish, man. It was like gray and black.
That's kind of cool.
I've always had it.
I wonder how that works out.
I don't know, man.
It's like a cat, like it's like your cat markings.
Spots. It's like I have a dog with
When
like
a
one
cat
white
gets old.
toenail. I have a dog with like four black and one white toenail.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I have the white gene right here on the chin.
It's interesting. It's like that. Remember we saw that cat on
Exactly.
our barbecue trip that was like half and half?
Exactly.
It was
It's cut down to half.
it was a tabby on one side and black and white on the other. It's crazy looking. Crazy.
So,
I like that though. All right. Enough of this
Enough
nonsense.
silliness. How late did you watch the game? I mean, how long did you stick with it?
I watched the whole game.
I got bored.
I was watching. I had a roller coaster of emotions last night.
Yeah, I went over basketball, but I didn't watch your game. I just saw the end and thought, it covered good because I bet Philly. I didn't even know it was scary. If I'd have known, it'd have been a longer night.
What a stupid bet it was. I bet the Sixers.
We talked about it yesterday, so I went home and made it.
I said, Sixers laying just 4.5 against the lowly Wizards.
Easy money, right? It was.
I mean, they were down at one point, like in the third quarter. I think they were down 15 points, like just getting their ass kicked.
Didn't know.
They come all the way back in the fourth quarter. It goes to overtime, and they win by 5 in overtime. So literally the last shot of the game was the only time in the entirety of the game that the Sixers were covering 4.5 points.
Ignorance is bliss, man. I just woke up this morning with a $sign, baby.
So I was just pissed off, and then overjoyed. and then oh God, I watched the Texas State game.
Oh, yeah.
I might have been wrong about Texas State being better than their record says.
There's trouble in the Conference of Champions.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they got roped.
They got their ass kicked.
I did.
And on top of getting their ass kicked, I was going to bet Texas State +7. And then I said, you know what? This is when it hit me. I'm sitting in my kid's football game, and I said, this is an under day. Like, how are you going to chuck it around?
Truth.
Because I saw now, mind you, I'm watching 8th grade football. I saw a punt go up in the air, boomerang back, and go about 6 yards. Mm-hmm. I said, "Oh boy!" It's so windy that this has got to be an under game. 52-20. I mean, it's Texas State and the wind couldn't stop a nosebleed. They beat the snot out of them. So
the way they played, and you wonder what's going on inside the building because that's not the talent that they've got there.
No,
that's not the team that was. I wonder if they know their coach is leaving.
Well, I don't know. I don't know who's calling their coach right now.
No, I'm not. I don't think you'd hold the current season against this guy. You know what I mean? He has a pretty good record of success. He doesn't have a long
track record as a head coach.
You don't need one anymore. You fast track.
Well,
because there's competition.
Yeah. I was last night wildly unimpressed with Texas State.
It has been a nosedive, and I don't know, but injury could play. I haven't followed them close enough, but this is not the team we thought they had in August and September.
And I'd say Bob Chesney, who's been at James Madison since last year, maybe that's the guy people ought to be calling.
Well, that seems to be the cradle now. If Signetti was, if he was there, the next guy probably pretty good too.
Because he coached at FCS Holy Cross for a couple years. It was like 5 or 6 years, but he was very successful there. It wouldn't shock me if he gets a big boy job soon. But yeah, G.J. Kinney, like for whatever reason, it's just not working this season. And like I said, I thought their results were worse than their talent or worse than their performances. But last night they just got dog stomped. But then I watched the hockey game. I had the hockey game and the baseball game.
When you say hockey game, it's always the
Golden Knights.
What's the mascot's name again?
Chance.
Chance.
Yeah.
Chance the Gila.
Yeah, Chance the Gila monster. And the Knights beat the snot. Well, they were down 3-2, but then they scored 4 unanswered and beat the hated Carolina Hurricanes 6-3. That's right. And it was nice because the game was over at a normal hour because they played on the East Coast. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the Knights' East Coast trips. But the baseball game, I thought, it was a good game until it wasn't. Ohtani, one bad inning on the mound, and things got blown open. I did on my underdog hit lower on Ohtani total bases. Didn't get on base last night. I say he didn't get on base. Yeah. He didn't get a hit last night because they were very cautious pitching to him. And for those who don't know, total bases, walks don't count towards total bases. So ends up with 0 total bases and money in the bank.
Yeah, I thought the teams played about as well as I could expect, having played just 6 hours prior. But they were flat-footed. It was just a gut-out game. I thought that it was really going to hit them tomorrow night, but no, it hit them yesterday. Well, it was a gutsy game.
You got now. This was the advantage. I didn't really think about this for Toronto. And I think it was on the broadcast last night. They said, usually the starting pitcher is the most rested guy in the game.
Right.
And in this case, Shane Bieber yes, 2 days ago was kicking his legs up knowing I'm starting game 4. I got nothing to do with this game. This 18-inning game, I'm sure he was sleepy, but he wasn't involved.
Right.
Meanwhile, Ohtani played 18 innings and then had to take the mound. What a huge advantage for Shane Bieber. And I should have bet the hell out of the Blue Jays last night. I didn't think to do that. But
it was an obvious advantage.
It really was an opportunity missed for me, from a betting standpoint.
Still ridiculous performance. I don't care how it looks.
I
you know
mean,
what I mean? Still, I just am awe of it.
But Bieber Bieber pitched so well. His first World Series appearance, he balled out, and that was enough. And you know what? I'm thankful that we've got a good series here.
It's fun. Well, yeah, it's been interesting. I wouldn't say.
If I told you we were going to be 2-2,
yeah, no, you're right.
I mean, I'm interested.
This is worthy of conversation because this is a great series. Or the Dodgers, other than Freddie and Shohei not showing up. You know what I mean?
We'll talk about it next. Morning Huddle 94.1. I got to tell you about Blue Star Tequila. That's what you want to talk about first thing in the morning, baby. Blue Star Tequila. You know why? Because it's the best. I mean, you mix it with orange juice, and it's basically breakfast. A lot of people would say that. Now, it's up to you. It's up to you what you eat for breakfast.
Here. Cheers.
I mean, it might not be the most balanced breakfast, but it could be breakfast. Here's the deal with Blue Star, man. 100% additive free. You're not getting any of the junk. No flavoring, no sweetener, no coloring. It's just the good stuff. And when I say the good stuff, I'm talking about the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might say, well, who cares what time of day it's harvested? Well, apparently the plant scientists have discovered it's better for the plant if it's harvested at night. The plant is resting. It's happy when it's harvested, and happy agave makes for happy tequila. Apparently, that's the way it works. I didn't know that, but it does. It's just science. The Añejo, double gold at the New York Spirits competition. Best in class at the New York Spirits competition. And what best in class means, it beat out every other tequila in the competition. That includes the $800, $900 bottles. Blue Star was the least expensive bottle on the final table, and it won it all. That's the way it's done, baby. If you haven't tried this stuff, what are you waiting for? Blanco, Reposado, Honey Reposado, and my favorite, the Añejo. They're all worth a try. You can find Blue Star Tequila at Specs, Costco, Alamo City Liquor, and Total Wine. If you haven't tried it, what are you waiting for? Your breakfast is on the shelf. Blue Star Tequila.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your early morning commute, looks like a new trouble spot on 90 eastbound at Loop 410. Disabled vehicle off to the shoulder. Another stall at 410 northbound at North WW White, left shoulder blocked. Road work downtown on 35 upper level northbound from I-10 to McCullough's got 2 right lanes blocked. And we did clear that stall at 410 southbound at Old Pearsall Road. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest fall looks, all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Using the Labor Day weekend to get some work done? We got you. Stop by any store to save on oil, fuel system cleaner, wipers, and more. Looking for an end of summer wash? We've got deals for that too. Don't want to leave the garage? Get same-day delivery on AutoZone.com. Do Labor Day your way by getting something done at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Guys, we're in the thick of football season, and you know what that means. Underdog, the best place to get in on the action. Playing Underdog's so easy. You just pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats. Rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, more. You get it right, you could win up to 5,000 times your money. This week on Underdog, I'm going back to Old Reliable. My good friend Dakota Prescott keeps on putting up yards. I'm going higher on that. And if we're going with Dak, we might as well pair him up. Let's do CD higher on receptions as well. Double dip with those Dallas Cowboys. Keep the profits rolling. So simple to play. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code ALAMO, ALAMO, to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-656-1551. That's 800-656-1551.
Energy slipping away, losing your edge? Could be low testosterone. Take action. Synergenics and Low T Center offer a quick free T test. Get pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded, personalized for you. Most insurance covers it. The best you is waiting at trtmvp.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Kick it!
Sounds like you're going to intro the band.
And on base! Happy hump day, everybody. The Blue Jays even up the series last night.
Or as Vlad calls them, the Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays. That's true. I like that. And he called it the Doyers.
The Doyers.
The Doyers
the Blue
and
Jays.
the Blue Jays. I do like that. I like his style.
He does swag. I'll give him that.
He does, man. And obviously not like he wasn't a big star already, but I think a lot of people are getting eyes on him for the first time. And dude's making the most of his moment.
Sweet cut last night.
Yep. Took the lead. It ended up being the winning runs on a home run off Ohtani, and he has been the hero so far for the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays and that pitching staff. I mean, they're just just
unbelievable bullpen performance. But it kind of like the idea that he went 4 for 8 with a homer in Game 3, the game they lost, gets overshadowed by what Ohtani did. But dude went 4 for 8 with a homer in that game and like really gave him a shot to be in that thing. This has been I think it's more of a competitive series than I thought it was.
Oh, by far. And you always have to kind of qualify things. Is it a great series or is it just a tight series? I mean, is it just
it's competitive?
Does that make it great? No. I don't think this is a great series, but it is surprisingly competitive. And then you go, well, why? Why is this? And is it the Dodgers yet again? Just kind of, they got so much talent that they just kind of play down to the level, and they can turn it on when they have to. But for the most part, they're just not gonna shut the door on you. They're not gonna beat you by 9 runs. Like I feel like Toronto's trying to beat you by 10 runs if they can.
No, I agree.
Where the Dodgers just want to squeeze enough juice out for the win, and let's get to the next game.
And there's a lot of talk about what's going on with the Dodgers bats.
Yeah,
and it's like, I mean, it may be worth questioning. Not that, I mean, you're not going to score 10 runs a game. It's the World Series. These guys are getting paid to play too. But
I mean, look at it's a murderer's row.
Yeah, you do have like this mega lineup, and last night specifically just shut down, and not even to mention the 8 innings or no, I guess it was like 10 innings in a row where you didn't provide any offense.
Flat.
Now, the Blue Jays, you could say the same thing about them.
Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't like, and it's misplaced and unfortunate things. It wasn't like they're not getting guys on base. They are, whether it be by walk or whatever you want to do. But they're just not being, what's the slugging percentage is just, whatever that key hit percentage, whatever that stat is. It's just not there. The key hits just aren't there coming from their best guys. And that's
outside of Ohtani.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, and they have Godzilla.
And they finally said, you ain't beating us. Somebody else is going to.
And that's the ultimate indictment, isn't it? I mean, it's the Barry Bonds treatment. Of course, he's the greatest we've ever seen, and you don't want to have to deal with it. But it's also an indictment of everybody behind him that, we're just not, we'd much rather deal with you.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at the series in that it's been fun. But it's not one of those, I'd rather see greatness play great, and we're not seeing that.
Yeah. And so far in the World Series, I mean, I guess Freddie Freeman's played well.
Yeah,
ish.
No,
he's
the other guy.
It's not been great for him besides the one moment, but he's at least showing up with his bat. Mookie's been a ghost, and Will Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, these two guys have done. I guess Teoscar Hernandez down at the bottom of the order has been a threat, but yeah, it's been a really choppy lineup for the Dodgers, which is surprising.
And it might be a testament to Toronto. I don't know. I mean, I just didn't think they were that good. And the pitching has been stellar. They have gone deep and had guys show up. So kudos to them. And maybe at the end of the day, after we play another 3 games, which I get the feeling we're going to get all of them, I'll look at Toronto a little bit different than I do today. But it was a great win last night. Just outplay them.
Yeah.
Kind of win.
It's a Game 1 rematch on the mound. Treya Savage going for the Blue Jays tonight. Blake Snell for the Doyers. They lit up Blake Snell in Game 1, and that's where it really started to become a series.
At the back to the scene of the crime. Even
does it happen again? I tend to lean no. I think Blake Snell's it's either him or Yamamoto are the best pitchers in this series.
Yamamoto is the best thing about the Dodgers other than Shohei. He really has played well. He's the one pitcher. And no, you know what? The Dodgers pitching's been okay. I'm not going to be mad at that. You survive 18 innings like that, you're doing something right.
Yeah. I mean, and the Dodgers don't have a weak spot in their rotation.
No, but it's been competitive. I think it's just about now we're getting to the blood and guts of this thing, and it really does feel like a series. Like, man, this is worth watching. Because I kind of felt coming into it like most – that this was a Dodgers thing to lose.
Well, it's a best of 3 now.
Yeah.
I am invested. I'll sit down and I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I would like the Blue Jays to win, but I ain't going to cry no matter what happens. I don't care for either of these teams. I don't have any emotional attachment.
I don't look at the Blue Jays as either the Rangers or the Diamondbacks from a couple years ago. If one of those wins, it's an asterisk, it's a blip, it's a, oh, wow, they did kind of thing. I'd look at Toronto, if they do manage to win this thing, as kind of maybe they might have something, make the playoffs next year and it'll make this one a worthy thing. Because I think the Rangers, no matter what, when you look at that kind of title, you go, how the hell and where did they go?
Well, they're going to have to spend some money because Bo Bichette's going to be a free agent.
Well, they spend it on Vlad. I think it'll make it a whole lot easier to spend on the next dude if you get a ring.
Yeah, it's hard to send. Well, I mean, it's hard for teams not called the Astros to send guys packing after they win you a World Series. But apparently, and speaking of George Springer being out last night,
well, baby,
they do need him. Not sure what his status is, but not in the lineup last night. We'll see if he's in there tonight. But yeah, Game 5. I'm in. We got a best-of-3 series now, and it's to me it's worth watching.
Yeah. Now it matters. Well, of course it did before, but now I think most of the country wakes up today going, all right, let's see this.
Yep. All right. Well, we got plenty more to talk about. We got football to talk about. We got basketball to talk about. We got plenty. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your early morning commute, looks like a new trouble spot on 90 eastbound at Loop 410. Disabled vehicle off to the shoulder. Another stall at 410 northbound at North WW White, left shoulder blocked. Road work downtown on 35 upper level northbound from I-10 to McCullough's got 2 right lanes blocked. And we did clear that stall at 410 southbound at Old Pearsall Road. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportsstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football giveaway. Register and win at sasportsstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay, with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
The Halloween parties at the Rue Pub have become legendary. Plan now for the biggest and best Halloween party in San Antonio, Friday, October 31st. Kick off the party weekend at the 12th annual Halloween party with DJs inside the Rue Pub and Angry Elephant at 281 in Redland Road. No cover charge and a $1,000 costume contest at midnight. This is the Halloween party you don't want to miss. Friday, October 31st, the Halloween party of the year. We'll see you at the Rue and wear a costume.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Listen up, San Antonio. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can get college credit for the stripes you've earned. Turn your military rank into college credit to save time and money on an online degree. Eligible enlisted service members and previously enlisted veterans may receive up to 12 credits for select undergraduate courses based on their rank, and up to 90 credits in total for prior learning, military experience, and training. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu/SATX.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy plates, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro. On them, it's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
24 monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended. Balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement. iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99, and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law Fights.
Hey, it's Desmond Howard. You want to win the weekend? It all starts with the tailgate. And for me, that means Kingsford Charcoal.
They've been bringing the flavor, the smoke, and the heat since 1920. No wonder they're still the gold standard of grilling. So fire it up, feed your crew, and let the smoke do the talking. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Most of us go to the doctor when we're sick or need prescriptions refilled. But at the Institute for Functional Health, we offer a different and complete version of primary care. This means you will get the medications you need, but we will also put together a custom game plan to fix the root cause and allow your body to heal itself. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we help people get off of medications. Call me for a free consultation, 468-1891, or online at iffhealth.com. You will experience a doctor's visit unlike any you've ever had. 468-1891.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Texas Longhorns. They got a big one this week against Vanderbilt. What in the world are they going to do?
Bob Ballou, our Longhorn insider, joins us at 3:35.
Dallas Cowboys, that clock is tick, 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 ticking. They're going to make a trade.
RJ Ochoa will weigh in when he joins us on The Blitz. We start at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's doing what?
Yeah, exactly that.
I didn't catch that.
You know what they're talking
What
about.
are they? What's he doing?
Man, a couple surprises in the NBA. One, the new rules allow you to take 8 steps.
Dude, you showed me that this morning.
If you haven't Googled, Google or go onto Twitter and type it in the search.
Okay.
Type Giannis travel. And
was it from the half court?
It's a new record. I'll give him that. I don't think anybody's ever traveled any more. Now, that might have been equal.
It's from the 3-point line. And it's like he takes one dribble and then kind of like palms the ball in his hand.
I counted 6 steps.
It's 6 steps, and then he lays it up. And
Jeez, I don't know who to be madder at. One, obviously the ref. Like, what are you doing? But secondly, who has the balls in front of 20,000 people just to tuck the ball like you're a running back and run to the rim and dare a ref to call it? It wouldn't even ever cross my mind.
I thought he was going to do a Heisman pose after, like he scored a touchdown.
Pose afterwards. Like, nah, that's a great play. Go about your business, Giannis.
A couple things going on in the NBA right now. One is, do you know who has scored the most points in the NBA this season? Like as a player, like the leading scorer in the NBA.
Honestly, I haven't been paying attention. I mean, I know our guy's averaging a little over 30.
Curry.
No, not Curry.
Maxey?
No.
Is it somebody that we expect?
No.
I haven't been paying attention, honestly.
How about Austin Reeves?
Oh, yeah, he had a 50-burger. Yeah, I'll give him that. Yeah.
Austin Reeves.
There's hope for us yet, AJ.
averaging 35.8 points per game so far this year.
Holy moly.
Who would have thought that?
And if they did, why did they trade for Luka?
They
already had him.
He might be better than I thought he was. I mean, you know what? He's certainly better than I thought he was.
Well.
But maybe there's a reason why they were like, yeah, we're not trading this guy. But he backed up the 51 with a 41 the next night. I got to say, with LeBron and Luka out, he's clearly he's the only player on their team that you can count on to score, and he's still doing it. And this is the crazy thing. So far, he has shot 51 free throws.
Well, let me tell you, which is an amazing number
you
for a
wouldn't think
guy
he'd be getting to the line like
that plays his game. So that's obviously shows me he's learned a new skill. There's something new in his bag.
If you watch him, it's a lot like what Shea is doing, like
just getting in there,
forcing contact, and then actually finishing shots. It's impressive.
Well, I will say this. If you're going to have an Austin Rivers on your team and you're going to play him and have him a volume scorer, he better get 40 and 50 because he's a victim on defense. He is a professional victim. So you need that kind of production offensively to balance out the fact that you're hiding him all game long because anybody on the dribble goes by him.
Yeah.
And so respect to the offensive part of his game. But you hope for a break even. We talked about this earlier. And he's doing more than that. I'm not taking away, but there's a negative to his game, and there's a reason why he hasn't thought of more highly. There is no defense to be had.
There are two guys in the league averaging 35 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. He is one of them. The other is Luka, who's only played 2 games.
I like the set. I'll give credit to JJ. He knows how to get a dude open.
57% from the floor, 43% from 3, 88% from the line.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That's good shooting splits, man.
That's MVP
those are
numbers.
Good shooting splits. Or elsewhere around the league, I don't know if you got to see much of the Warriors game last night.
I didn't. I slept through it. Didn't see it.
It turns out Jonathan Kuminga, who was his contract was sort of the focus of the Warriors' discussions this offseason, was were they going to keep him,
or will he be up to the challenge? Because he's certainly physically always been gifted.
Well, so far, so freaking good. He's averaging career highs in points, rebounds, and assists. He has a 69.5% true shooting percentage, which is absurd. He's never been this good. And he's playing better defense than he's ever played. The Warriors, who were underdogs last night to the Clippers and just stomped a hole in them, the Warriors might be pretty damn good, Rob.
This could turn out to be Steve Kerr's masterful, maybe his best coaching year. Because this is not the Golden State Warriors. This isn't the Warrior team that we have watched.
I told you during the break, this is the first time I can remember where if Steph got hurt, I would still look at them as a scary team.
So is it
at least for a short while? I don't know if they've got title ceiling with Steph hurt.
This isn't a title team.
Yeah,
it's not. But this is a first. They'll put you out of the first round if you're not careful.
For sure.
Team, but there's a toughness to this team, and you got to give a lot to this to Butler because there's a certain expectation that you have when you play with Jimmy Butler. But this is also Steve Kerr changing the way his team plays. It's not run and gun, hit threes. This is a methodical team. They're going to defend you hard for 18 seconds. They're not going to give you anything easy. There's no layups to be had. And they have a third offensive attacker in Kuminga. And that does things a little bit differently because he's not a three-point shooter. He's a guy that's going to get his 3 points with contact and a free throw. And that is probably the best thing that could have happened to this team that added the toughness and Steve Kerr kind of changing the formula. And more power to him.
Bad news for, you know what, let's take a break. We'll continue some NBA talk on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
It's lights out for Tulane. The UTSA Roadrunners host the Green Wave, presented by Cowboys Heating and AC, in a primetime national television game Thursday night in the Alamo Dome. Kickoff at 6:30 p.m. All fans are encouraged to wear black. Come celebrate Halloween with us and turn the lights out on Tulane. Tickets on sale starting at $24. Purchase online at goutsa.com or call 210-458-8872. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Tempted to decorate for the holidays early? We like your style. Right now at Kohl's, save 20% on decor, hosting essentials, and more. Plus, get $10 off $50 spent. So go ahead, hang up that wreath, swap out those couch pillows for ones with snowflakes. And while others are panic shopping later, you'll already be cozied up feeling pretty great about these early Kohl's deals. Select styles. Offers end November 2nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI agent can be set up in minutes to answer calls and questions 24/7, so you never miss a customer, lead, or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
I brought my cardboard I'm about to break. I'm at Blessed Sacrament Academy right now, and it's 1983.
On our way to Brack.
On my way to Brack. Got my parachute pants on, just hit Chess King.
With my Drakkar, Drakkar on.
Got my Drakkar on and my Cavaricis.
Yes.
Cruising Brack and then headed to Woodlawn.
The bad news for the rest of the NBA. There is some bad news for the rest of the
There's
NBA.
not bad news.
The Oklahoma City are now 5-0 with a 107-101 win last night over the Sacramento Kings. Okay. And you might say, "Oh, okay, big deal." Of course they're playing well. This is the problem. As I was watching some of them last night, like you think about where their talent level is right now. I mean, they've obviously got a championship roster. They've got 10 or 11 number 1 draft picks coming up in the next 5-6 years. It's like a crazy thing. Right now, they're missing Jalen Williams. They're missing Nikola Topic,
which is they're missing a starter and their number 6 best player, number 2 best player, and a 6-man.
They're missing Isaiah Joe, and they're missing Kenrick Williams all right now. And you think, oh well, maybe they're going to be weak, or maybe they're going to be like AJ Mitchell, who was like the 9th man on their championship roster, is now like a breakout player.
Well,
so far this year, 18.5 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 57% true shooting. This is a guy who didn't even get on the floor in the finals, and now
once Jalen's healthy, though, back to the bench.
Probably so,
okay.
But like,
they're deep. They're the champions.
It's crazy.
Well, yeah, they're the gold standard. So, what to watch with them is they're deep enough to withstand it. But the first-time champions, what they run into, and it's not early because they believe in themselves, but when it gets to February and March, when you're still getting everybody's best game, when you're still every night, if you don't have them laced tight, and if your 9th guy ain't ready to play because he's going to be needed, we just don't know which one it's going to be, it starts to wear on you. It just being that target, can they withstand that? And there hasn't been a team since Golden State that hit that was deep enough to where that you looked at and said, it's not just one guy, it's not just 2 guys. They have an MVP, but there's 6 guys that can win a game every night.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to prove to themselves. Right now they believe it, but can they do it on a snowy night in Milwaukee? Can they do it in front of a rabid crowd in New York in April? Can they do it then when they're worn out, when they've gone 9 rounds and taken body blows game after game after game? Can they do it then? The great teams do. The great teams become dynasties, and they're certainly more as primed as Golden State was to do that.
Shea says A.J. Mitchell just knows how to play. His footwork, driving the ball, the craft on his pump fakes, mid-range pull-up bag. He can do it both ways. Gets going downhill. Just a guy I trust in the big moments.
That's, you become a franchise. You become more than just a team. You become next guy in, next guy up can play because they've been, challenged in the crucible that is the Thunder's franchise. You walk in the front door, a basketball player, you come out the back door as a Thunder, and they're starting to build that.
And here's the other thing. When these guys get back, you know what this does is it gives the Thunder a trade chip because
yes,
a guy who's putting up those numbers, you know how many teams in the league, competitive teams in the league, would kill to have a starting point guard that's doing what A.J. Mitchell's doing? Like, you don't think the Rockets would trade for A.J. Mitchell? The Timberwolves would trade for A.J.
Well,
the Mavericks?
Let's give it a couple weeks. He's playing good, but he is playing aside the MVP who takes a lot of pressure off.
No doubt.
So I'm not saying anything. Yeah, he's really good, and I think this is more about when you're the Thunder, you can be discerning, and you can take your time with guys that have it. You can let them sit on the bench for a couple years and know that there's there, and he's worth the investment. And if they're not, we got enough talent to cast you aside. You can go someplace else.
Yeah. So when Nikola Topic gets his nuts twisted up, no big deal.
And seriously, they aren't as good as they're going to be. And they're winning. They're not winning pretty. They're winning.
So far, they fading the Thunder against the spread is the way to go. The number keeps being bigger than it should be. And Rob said this at the beginning of the year, everybody's going to give them their best shot. The Thunder are going to they're going to go balls to the wall to beat the Thunder. Usually the Thunder are going to win, but every game they've played has been relatively close.
It's scary how good they are, man. It really, as a Spur fan, you look at what's the future look like, and you could just see this is going to be better than just the Chet Wemby battle. This is truly going to be 2 very good
juggernaut teams
for the next 5 years.
Oh, I agree. I pray that this is real for San Antonio. I really do, because I would love to see these 2 teams. Like, I want like a 3 year in a row where that's the Western Conference Finals. I don't know if it's time yet for San Antonio.
No, it's not.
But
they're not this level. They're not that good.
I think
we're fun.
If progression next year is on pace with this year, it could be that. Oh, imagine a 3-year run where those two teams are head-to-head in the finals every – oh, my God, that'd be so good.
We haven't had a battle of big men like that in a decade where you've got, the Shaqs of the world, the Tims of the world going against the best in the world, big on big.
And imagine, Steph Castle checking Shea.
All of this just feels it's imminent if we can just both withstand the pressures of the NBA.
Please be for real, San Antonio. Please be for real. By the way, I voted yesterday.
I had a feeling that wasn't going to be a problem. You had a card.
Got my vote in.
Good for you.
All right. We got 3 hours left. We'll bring in the Thunder. Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest fall looks, all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Guys, you can feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you you. Could be low testosterone. Take action. Synergenics and Low T Center can help reclaim your energy with a quick and simple free T-test. Visit a local Synergenics or Low T Center and receive pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded like other clinics. Experienced providers increase your testosterone to the level that is right for you. Discovered by most major insurance, affordable self-pay options are available. The best you is waiting. Book your free T-test at trtmvp.com. Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
It's Macy's Friends and Family, the best time to kickstart your holiday shopping with big savings on our best brands like DKNY, Hugo Boss, Karl Lagerfeld Paris, and more at 30% off. Plus, take 15% off Valentino, Gucci, and more top beauty brands. Or Star Rewards members can earn $20 in Star Money for every $100 spent on eligible brands. Going on now, only at Macy's Friends and Family. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Your commute starting to fill in. It's about a 25-minute ride along I-10, lower level eastbound Cincinnati over to Commerce. Road work continues 35 upper level northbound I-10 to McCullough. On 410 northbound at North W.W. White, we've got a stall left shoulder, and 35 northbound before Loop 410 northeast side, Windcrest area. That stall looks like they just moved it off to the right shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
It's all tied up. The Blue Jays took Game 4 of the World Series 6-2 handily. You can catch Game 5 live on our sister station, ESPN San Antonio, 1250 a.m. In Dallas Cowboys news, Ed Reuter reports wide receiver George Pickens and the Jones boys have not spoken about a contract next year. Jerry Jones said on his weekly radio show, "I can tell you that right now there is not a trade in my mind." I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, 7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94. Huddle? What was that, Vlad? The Morning Huddle.
The Morning Huddle. The Doyers.
The Doyers.
The Blue Jays.
Blue Jays. Oidle. Morning
Be
Oidle.
real careful you don't get into the, what was it? Lupe Escuela? Baseball. It's been very, very good to me.
Very, very good. Very good.
Lupe Escuela. Well, I don't think that was the name, though. It was something else.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Claymore says, how are they missing Topich if he's never played for OKC, AJ?
Because their plans were for him to take some of the load off of Shea Gilgeous this year, not have to constantly have the ball in his hands. Now, that's a good thing when he's that good, but the wear and tear on Shea, they need to eliminate that. And the thing about Topich is he's a natural playmaker. It's not offense. His offense comes after everybody else. He's the last option in his mind. He's a great point guard. There were plans for him, and he'll show up, and they're going to be better for it.
Well, and the other thing is, I mean, he was their preseason. Like, they worked with him in the preseason.
Yeah,
he was expected to be, and he takes up a roster spot. Like, he's one of the guys they were counting on.
Yeah.
Like, you could say they don't miss him because they've never had him, but
trust me, he's going to make them better.
Yeah, I think he's a valuable piece for them. Somebody was like, I'd rather see it was Benny. I'd rather see the Rockets and OKC go at it. I mean, this year maybe, but I think the Spurs upside long term is so much greater than the Rockets. Like, and I think the Rockets have some up. Like, Şengün is a guy who
he's turning into an all NBA.
I'm in love with this dude. He is so good. But I do think the upside for San Antonio is significantly higher than the Rockets.
The Rockets have a 2-year window.
Especially because the Rockets still don't have a point guard.
Right.
Like, I don't know what I've seen Amin Thompson a couple times try and run the point. It's not the long term.
No, they're going to get one. They're going to have to go get a point guard. I think the entire NBA knows it. And the longer they wait, the more expensive it's going to get. But it's going to cost them because I think they know as much as anybody else. They're completely hamstrung by that position. If they've got one, they got a shot.
Franklin says OKC might have overplayed their hand. Some of the talent stalled and should have cashed in on some more vets for talent. Who stalled? I don't know.
I hope you're right, but I don't think you are.
They won last night without two of their three best players on the floor. There was no Chet, no Jalen Williams on the floor. They three of their five projected starters didn't play. They still no problems. And are they supposed to trade these guys away for more picks? They don't need picks. I don't know that they've overplayed their hand at all.
I don't know who stalled.
I don't either. I don't see any step back.
No, they're injured, and I think that does take away from the beauty of their game. It's not pretty basketball, but they're winning games, and Shea's shooting his requisite 20 free throws a game. It's never a pretty game when you watch the Thunder, but certainly effective.
Yeah, they just keep on winning, keep on winning. When is the first matchup between Oklahoma City and?
I think we got a couple more weeks. I don't think it's imminent.
Okay.
I think the schedule makers tried to make those games later in the season.
Let's see.
Some prime time Chet
San
Wemby
Antonio.
matchups.
Oh, it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
Oh, Christmas Day is the one.
Is that
here.
the first one? I
no,
knew that
they
one
play
was there.
2 days before Christmas.
Yeah, there it is. That's
in
right.
Oklahoma.
Kind of a home and home.
And then Christmas Day here. Damn it! I'm not going to be able to swing going on Christmas Day, unfortunately. But
I don't have plans as of. You know what?
Oh no! That's the game in Oklahoma
Yeah,
City.
let's say we're here for
2 days before.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be out of town. Damn it! I'll be in Seattle 2 days before Christmas.
Maybe you can go see a.
No, I can't see a Sonics game.
I was going to say Kraken.
I did check the. I checked to see if Vegas was
maybe
in town.
if
They're
you can
not.
go back, maybe if you can find a
If I could
DeLorean.
turn
You
back
find a DeLorean.
time.
You can go see KD in a Sonics uniform. Maybe watch the Spurs close that building down.
That's right.
Shut that thing and turn the lights off.
That's right. Beat it.
Not only did we take your series, we took your franchise.
Beat
You
it.
never played again.
That's right. Owned with a P, like the kids do it. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I am cautiously optimistic that by next year we're talking about the Thunder and the Spurs as like.
Well, I
imminent.
think not only are you talking about it, those guys on Fifth Avenue are too.
Oh, probably
so.
so.
This is the dream.
Yeah, I know that for the last 2 years I've been saying, okay, I've heard it's been the last 3 years that I've heard it, but Wemby's going to be this, Wemby's going to be this, and I've been saying, okay, I get it, I see the potential, but when's he going to be it? Now he's it. You know who's breathing a sigh of relief more than Spurs fans is Adam Silver.
Oh, no doubt. Think about what's going on in the background as we sit, and it has nothing to do with the current NBA. They're putting together Europe NBA right now. It is coming together, and there is a lot of controversy over there versus the A-leagues in all your favorite countries, whether one you like to go watch high-level basketball, and the new NBA that's coming in. Higher pay, fewer games, shorter span. They're trying to figure out what's going to work. But Adam Silver needs Wemby as much as any player he's in the next 20 years, as any player they've ever needed as they look to expand. They need that face, the European face, to keep this thing moving across the Atlantic.
ESPN did their power rankings after 1 week, and Thunder number 1, which is where they were to start the preseason. They had their preseason power rankings. This is their first one since the season started. Oklahoma City 1, Cleveland 2.
Yeah,
they were number 3 in the preseason. Golden State 3.
Surprising.
They were number 8 in the preseason. The Knicks 4, which is where the Knicks were at the start of the season. I don't see it with them. They're 2-2. They don't look very good offensively. I don't know. Denver 5. They had them number 2 preseason, so they've dropped them some. San Antonio 6, up from 16 preseason. So the fastest movers for sure. Clippers 7, Bucks 8, Sixers 9. They're up from 19, so the same jump that the Spurs took, the Sixers took, plus 10, and Minnesota 10, Rockets 11, Lakers 12 for those wondering. Bulls 13.
Yeah, good job.
They're the biggest jump. They were 24 preseason. I thought the Bulls were going to be one of the worst teams in the league. Here they sit undefeated. Some of the big droppers, Detroit down 12.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising.
Let's see who else has been. Orlando down 9. They've started out 1-3. The Hawks started out 1-3. When did the Spurs have their pick this year?
We're starting to maybe kind of hope we don't have picks.
And then that's
you
true.
know what I mean?
And the Mavericks down 13 spots, down 8 spots from 13 to 21 to start. And the Celtics, I don't know who thought the Celtics were going to be good to start this year. They're down to 23 from 15. The worst team in the league, the Brooklyn Nets. Not really a surprise.
We witnessed that. Although, a couple of good players.
The Pelicans at 29. So the Spurs have dispatched two of the
and that's one of the things that we do need to kind of consider as we head into the next 2 weeks of the season, is they have feasted on some pretty
That's why I said,
teams.
They feasted.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
feasted,
saying?
Yeah.
Like had they been, in the Pelicans game is an exception because they did win that game in overtime, but everybody else they've dispatched. They've made them look like bottom feeders, and that's what you're supposed to do.
And you feel like the team was better when the game was over. And if it's close and you got better, that's good news.
Oh, people are saying I forgot about that pick swap. I always think pick swaps are dumb, but the Spurs have a pick swap with the Hawks.
We have an opportunity.
Is it is it protected in some way?
I don't think this one is. Now we can look that up, and I don't want to speak out of turn, but I'm being honest. Now certainly
they can get the best Euro stash player possible.
We're not there yet, and if you can get one, there's 5 guys coming out this year that are very good that you'll want. But we're starting to run out of spots on the bench where you go, man, I don't want to sacrifice potential for a guy that I know is pretty good.
Yeah. But if you can get some 16-year-old Euro and let him play in Greece for 2 years.
You can grab a guy named DeBansa. You can grab the kids out of Kansas. I mean, you're looking at a top 5 pick. There's some guys. This is a pretty deep draft coming up.
Yeah.
Not a great draft, but a deep one.
Preferably a non-guard.
So, yeah. And the problem is we got we got a couple. There's a couple
there is a glut of talent right now for the Spurs at guard. So preferably somebody who it doesn't need the ball in their
we need to
hands
start
all the time.
paying it. We need to actually pay close attention to it. I mean, that is something worthy of paying attention to as we get closer to the trade deadline. Where are the Hawks in this?
If you think the Hawks are going to be that bad, which I don't know. I mean, it's a bad start, but I don't know if the Hawks are always a team. When I look at their talent, I always say, "How's this team supposed to be good?" Like I don't see them as a good team, but last year they certainly overperformed my expectations.
The rookies played well. Let's see if they have that sophomore slump. Let's hope they do. Or maybe not.
They shocked me last year. I wouldn't be shocked if they weren't very good this year.
Well, I'll tell you, bad news for Atlanta is the Chicago improvement. Bad news for Atlanta. Because it's a pretty weak conference. So Atlanta gets to feast on some bad teams on a regular basis, and Chicago normally is one of those bad teams. And if they don't get that hurts them as far as, and it helps the Spurs. I mean, that's some losses that Atlanta would have gotten that I don't think that they would get with Chicago being bad.
Latest NBA mock draft, there has been some change in it, particularly at the top. Number 1, Darren Peterson from Kansas.
31 points the other night. He's a 2 guard.
He's the guy who since 10th grade has been getting Anthony Edwards comps.
Yeah, he looks it too.
Number 2, Cameron Boozer.
I have some. This season goes on, we're going to talk a lot about Boozer because he's probably the most accomplished high school basketball player in history as far as awards won, credit given, teams he's been on that have won titles. I mean, I don't think he's lost a game in 4 years.
The comp they give is Paolo Banchero.
Yeah, he's a lot of that, but I wonder if there's a plateau imminent for him because he's been a man amongst boys for a long time. It'll be worthy of watching. He's certainly the smartest college kid coming out.
3, AJ DeBansa, who's going to be at BYU. They pro comp him to Tracy McGrady.
Yes.
Who his athleticism certainly warrants that. 4, Nate Ament from Tennessee.
That's my guy for the Spurs right there. That's my guy.
He is a 6'10" small forward who shoots. The pro comp is Zachary Risachet.
Smooth. Raw, young, but that's my guy. Early on, if I was to pick a guy that I'd like to see improve and the Spurs have an opportunity to get, he's my guy.
And then 5, Jaden Quaintance, who's going to be at Kentucky, a 6'10" power forward. His pro comp is Bam Adebayo.
He's my second guy.
So there's some, and so there are some, in number 6 is a power forward.
Yeah,
Caleb
there's
Wilson.
Dudes.
He'll be at North
in
Carolina.
the top 5, there's guys that will help anybody.
Yeah, I think so.
There's not a Cooper Flagg, there's not a Wemby, there's not that in the draft, but there's a guy that's going to help somebody. A lot of VJ Edgecombe's.
And these are all 18-year-olds.
Yes.
They're all just kids. Like, this is a
So the draft will go about 50%. Half those guys will
Yes.
play. Half those won't make it.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good, that'd be a good rate. Yeah, a lot of these guys are. I mean, I'm trying to find who the first second-year player is. LeBaron Philon, who's out of Alabama.
Yeah.
They've got him mocked 16th.
I think he'll rise.
He's a second-year guy.
I think he'll rise as the year goes. He probably could have come out this year and been a second-round draft pick. Yeah,
I think he would have been late first.
Yeah, I mean, I think he chose wisely. He'll be a top 10 pick by the time the season's done. He's really good, and he's got a good coach. Oates is a hell of a defender. Oates gets his guys ready for the NBA.
Todd Pettiford listed here, the Auburn point guard, who a lot of people say is the next Kemba Walker.
It's gonna be crazy to watch this Auburn team without Pearl. So
I don't know if the next Kemba Walker is a good thing.
No,
I guess when it is when you're in college.
That's a good thing.
Okay,
yeah, that's a great thing.
But yeah, a lot of young kids, man. A lot of young kids, one and dones. So I'm sure the Spurs. What I did see in this mock draft, I didn't see a lot of Euro names.
No, it's a lot of young. There's a lot of depth. It's just not top heavy. You can draft later in this one and feel comfortable.
Claymore says AJ DeBance is your number one pick.
To me, it is.
That's what everybody was saying. But this kid that's at Kansas, they're saying his game is it's not as athleticism based. But they say he's more of a complete player than
the
DeBanza.
best offensive player that
Jared Peterson. I mean,
that they've had at Kansas. There's been so many great that have come out, but not to this level of offensive prowess. He is a legitimate NBA 2 guard, ready to go.
And everyone says Cameron Boozer is like it's not sexy, but he's like the pros pro.
Here's my worry about him. Is he matured? He was 6'8", 240 in the 8th grade, and he's 6'9", 245 now.
Yeah.
So, I say that. He's bigger than that, but he has been a man amongst boys
listed 6'9", 250.
for a long time. And he's not an athlete. He's a basketball player.
Yeah.
There's a difference. So as the athleticism and the basketball knowledge rises amongst his peers, I still think he's head and shoulders. But I don't think his ceiling is nearly as high as the guys he's going to be drafted with. But he's going to start out ahead of the game. I liken him to Shane Battier. He's just a very good basketball player.
Like I said, probably not sexy, but like a longtime pro.
Oh,
he's a
15-year pro.
Yeah.
No, he's a winner. Like I said, he is the most accomplished high school basketball player ever. Won 2 Peach Jams. 3 state titles. The things that he did in high school are just nuts.
I also think there's something to, like you said, he was 6'8" in 8th grade and has only grown an inch since then. Sometimes I think that's an advantage.
It is.
Because he knows his body. Yeah. And some of these guys who are growing, 9-10 inches over a 3-year span, like it's hard for their game to adjust as their body changes.
But what happens is when you're drafting, you go, what's going to be in 3 years? And there's that even up in passing that you go, well, is he going to really be the guy? And he'll help you right. He's like Con Kneipel. Con Kneipel's going to help the Carolina right out of the bat just because he's a great basketball player. But we know he's physically gifted, but limited. There's just going to be some limitations to his game. And I think that at the end of the day, if Boozer doesn't go number 1, it'll be because of that.
Yeah, I see. Like if you're looking to hit the home run, he probably ain't it. But he's a solid double.
If you land and get Boozer in the top 4, and you can add, and he'll start the moment he walks onto the court.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? That's a championship level draft pick.
Why are you bullying me, Vic? We're not that far off.
Almost.
We're not that far off for you to be waving your arms like you're
I've been waving my arms for 2 minutes.
I know, like you're landing an airplane.
You were working out.
Yeah, right. We're not that far
Flashbacks of the Carrier. Hurry!
All right.
What shirt did you wear? Was it yellow? Red shirt?
All right. Well, we'll take a break, Vic. It's Morning Huddle 94.1.
Dr. Jacob Torres is my doctor, and he began as my weight loss physician years ago. I liked introducing him that way. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and he goes, why would I go see Dr. Torres with the availability of all these things I can get through the mail? I can get these shots through the mail. I have the ability to pay for it. Why would I go see a Dr. Torres? Well, let me tell you why. Because are you going to want to stay on those shots forever? We know that they're effective, but are you going to be able to stay on them for the rest of your life? Do you want to pay for them for the rest of your life? And do we even know the long-term negatives or positives of it? I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just asking the question. I know when I went to Dr. Torres that I was going to change my life, that I wasn't going to be worried about things that I used to worry about, or I will start thinking about things that I didn't used to think about. I live a healthier lifestyle knowing that I've learned some things from Dr. Torres, so I don't need to worry about long-term shots or pills. I live a lifestyle that's going to keep me thinner than I would have ever been before. I'm down 75 pounds, and I continue to do this because it just works on a regular basis. I feel better than I did yesterday. Those aches and pains that I used to deal with on a regular, they're gone now. I'm not on a single medication at all, and it's not because of shots or pills. It's because of the program that Dr. Torres put together for me 8 years ago that I am still on. Can you say that? I want you to call Dr. Torres and see how well it will work for you and see if it'll work as well for you as it has for me. He's got thousands of patients that'll say the same thing that I do. It's the best thing they've ever done for themselves. Call him today. The number's 210-468-1891. His website, IFF Health, is a resource. Go there. Listen to me. It's time to change your life. You're ready to get skinnier and live a healthier lifestyle. Call Dr. Torres today. He'll change your life. And when he does, come on by. You can thank me later.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
It's football season and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your four-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Many of the successes you've had began with a great opportunity. Now, here's another one. Get started on your degree or certificate in San Antonio. Choose from more than 135 degree and certificate programs, faster onboarding, and more from University of Maryland Global Campus. Get personalized local support services and take online or hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
It's lights out for Tulane. The UTSA Roadrunners host the Green Wave, presented by Cowboys Heating and AC, in a primetime national television game Thursday night in the Alamo Dome. Kickoff at 6:30 p.m. All fans are encouraged to wear black. Come celebrate Halloween with us and turn the lights out on Tulane. Tickets on sale starting at $24. Purchase online at goutsa.com or call 210-458-8872. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
It's Truck Month at North Park Chevy in Castroville. Buy a new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom at the low price of $33,999, plus 2.9% financing for 72 months. Save $10,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado Heavy Duty. Lease a new 2026 Colorado for only $299 a month. No dealer add-ons, and we deliver anywhere in Texas. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
What does it mean to work with one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas? At Thomas J. Henry, it means we can put our team of experts to work for you. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. The name you know, the firm you trust. Principal office, San Antonio.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I want to show off the prep that I did for this interview, so if you've got your pen ready, write this down.
Got it, I'm ready.
Bo Nix this season, 4.9 yards per dropback against zone coverage, 6.2 yards per dropback against man coverage. So just throwing that out there.
All right, well, I got to go change the game plan, guys. All that man-to-man, you guys want to see. Let me go get Flus.
Now you tell him, hey, man, back to the drawing board, buddy. Your old stuff is going to work here.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag, Vic?
Sometimes.
Drifting through the wind?
I can say that without hesitation. Never.
Never?
No, I've not once ever felt like any sort of
when my shirt's too tight.
Plastic. I felt like a stuffed sausage.
Yeah. Or a buffet.
But never an empty bag.
John said, who are the favorites for the Rookie of the Year right now
in
the NBA?
What, in week 5?
If I was an early voter,
here are the odds.
It would be Edgecombe would probably come in at 1.
Cooper Flagg is even money. Which is he was minus money to start the season.
Yeah, 2-2-2, and a benching didn't help.
Yeah, VJ Edgecombe plus 130 is your second favorite, and then it jumps to 15-1 for the third. So it's right now they're saying it's a 2-horse race. Con Kneipel is 15-1, Dylan Harper 15-1, Trey Johnson 25-1, Ace Bailey, who started as the second favorite, now 40-1. I don't know. I'm not going to name names, but I know they're on the Brigade Bar right now. Guys who told me Ace Bailey.
Well, I think the jury's still out. But he had a couple games where he got some buckets, but he's just so indisciplined. It's hard to keep him.
There's a reason why I say I said it during the college season. I wouldn't even look at Ace Bailey, not to mention what he did during the draft process.
Yeah, he started out slow, but the first couple of games he played, he got benched. I think they're trying to showcase Markkanen for a moment, try to get him traded.
I think Ace Bailey's a loser.
Yeah, it'll pan out. The guy's talented. I mean, he started out a couple 20-point games, but he's just a mess. He's just a turnover.
He's a bum.
I'll say this: Cooper Flagg will have to do a lot to lose it because he's going to get lots and lots of minutes, and he's going to get lots of opportunity to be good. Edgecombe's going to get highlights. He's going to be the dude that you see on ESPN's top 10 because of the things that he can do in the open court when he's running along with Embiid and Maxey. He gets the third guy on the court that you have to pay attention to. So if I was an early voter and I like the number, I think Edgecombe might be the guy that I think will get it.
He wasn't great last night, but what he is getting is a full load of minutes on a team that I think is better than a lot of people think it's going to be. And I like if you're winning games, that's path number one is like, oh, people are talking about you. People see you. You're winning. It's a good sign.
I mean, Cooper Flagg's still a prohibitive because he's still. He's going to get everything possible to get it handed to him. But if you're looking to make a little bit of money on the side, and you think Cooper might not measure up, I think Edgecombe's going to have the inside track.
The guy I saw last night sitting on the Sixers bench, and he never got in the game. I don't even know if he's gotten into game this season, but I saw Jonai Broom,
Mm-hmm.
the great college player, but he's just sitting there in sweatpants.
I'm surprised he made the team. I really am. He's just, he was a hell of a college player. Hell of a player, but it's just not that he doesn't have an NBA game.
Dude, and his hair's all gone. All
really?
that long.
I didn't know.
He's got.
He had to get lighter. He had to add to that vertical. He's only got about a 4-inch vertical, so now it's at 6.
But yeah, he's sitting again. Like I said, they never put him in, but he is there. He's on their roster.
I mean, the guy can play basketball. He's just not physically gifted enough to really go out and get a bucket against the 6'10" power forward that he has to play against, or he can't defend them because they're just too big.
I think he's a classic college dominator, and who's just.
I just hate it when you hold it against guys like that were so good in college, and to expect that to just matriculate onto the highest level in the world and say, what a failure. No, man, what an extraordinary career this guy has.
Yeah, and the NBA is also different than every other. Like, the NBA is so much more athleticism driven than any other level or league of basketball in the world. Like, I bet Jonai Broom could be in Turkey and dominate. Like, I bet he would be really good in some Euro league. In the NBA, you're right. The athleticism gap is probably too big. But I mean, everybody, nobody's goal when they're a high school All-American or a college All-American is to. I can't wait to go play in Turkey.
I can't wait, man.
Everybody wants to get to the league and at least give it a shot. My guess is Jonai Broom washes out in a couple years and goes and has a successful basketball career somewhere else.
Without waxing too much on this, the good news is now you can have a very successful college career and push this thing to 6 years and leave having made, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So you can actually turn this college career into something that can really catapult you into life.
And I want to mention him because he is now in the top 10 in the odds for Rookie of the Year. Ryan Kalkbrenner. Oh, yeah, my guy.
Oh, hold on tight, baby.
Oh, man, making an impact already.
12 minutes a night.
Making an impact already, baby.
It's funny how Zach Edey was a trendsetter. These giant dudes can actually still play in the league. There's a place for them.
And you talk about a non-athlete. Like, Kalkbrenner's not an athlete.
No.
He's a giant.
What did Al McGuire used to call them? Space heaters. Just stay there and stay hot.
But so far, 10 points, 7 boards per game.
It doesn't move 10 feet.
You'll take it, man. You will.
Actually, I joke. He's actually a decent 3. He does pull his defender out. Yeah,
he can shoot, and he's a block a game so far. Like he's. There's a reason why I was like, oh, I want the Spurs. I wanted him to do the job that they ended up paying Cornette to do. Like, I wanted him to be their guy.
I would say Kalkbrenner's highest aspiration is a Cornette career.
I think
you know
so
what I mean?
Too.
Yeah, that would be Silver Star. Congratulations, you reached your highest potential.
That was my hope, though. But that's a guy I cheer for. A guy who was a great college player, 4-time Big East Defensive Player of the Year.
Well coached guy. I mean, the Creighton program's solid. He came out of a good program.
All right. We've had a lot of NBA talk for a day that the Spurs didn't even play.
Got the Heat coming tomorrow night.
The Heat come in tomorrow night. The Heat, who are, so, I mean, I guess there's nothing better to say. They're a solid start to the season.
They're an ideal team to play early on because you have to play basketball. If you give them anything, they'll beat you. They take what you give them.
They are more than anybody a team that you can count on to be better than their talent.
Absolutely. If you don't execute, they'll beat you. They will, because they will out execute you. They're not going to make mistakes. They don't have the offensive firepower to exist like that, so they can't make mistakes. They keep it grinded slow. They protect the rim. They double shooters, and they block out like animals. So it's a tough win. You beat them when you walk out. You're not going to run away from them.
I was hoping to see Kasparas Yakashonis, that was their first-round draft pick, the kid out of Illinois, who I liked a lot in college. I would like to see him there. He's dealing with injury. Maybe good news for the Spurs. It looks like Norman Powell is dealing with an injury, too.
He's a spur killer, too.
He didn't play in the last game. I think he leads them in scoring so far this year.
He's their new Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, he's the guy who's carrying all that weight. But they do have some bodies. Kel'el Ware is it's a big man.
Yeah, they've got the dudes. I'm a fan of Jaquez. I think, and Hero can get hot.
So we'll see. I'm not sure. I think Hero's out too.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So it's a limited roster right now. So with no Powell, no Hero, no Yakashonis, especially in their backcourt's pretty depleted.
Didn't Bam hit a game winner against us last? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So it's going to be Khalil Ware, Bam, Wiggins Jr.
That's going to be fun to watch.
Little Wiggins and Davion Mitchell.
I can't wait to see Victor pull Bam out to the three-point line and see some handles go on. I don't think that will be the best matchup for the Spurs. I would say I want to do it just once to see what happens. Just an ISO play where I get Wemby on one side of the court, all the other four on the other side, and watch Bam walk out and defend him at the three-point line. Just see what happens.
I just want Wemby to stop being at the three-point line. I just want him to.
I'm not saying take that shot. I'm saying do what he's been doing and crossing these big dudes up and headed toward the rim. I want to see if Bam at 6'8", 6'7", playing has the foot speed to defend him. I think he does. But if I'm Mitch and if I'm Wemby, I want to see. I'm gonna specifically call a play in the first quarter where we're gonna ISO your ass. I want to see what happens with this because it might be good. I think it won't be, and maybe it might lead to a turnover. But at least Wemby will see if we do this again what you need to do.
But I really feel like that with Wemby, the biggest difference so far this year is, and this might sound harsh, but I don't care. Last year when Wemby shot a three, I felt like teams thought they were getting bailed out. And to go from shooting 9+ threes a game to shooting 3 per game is the biggest difference in what Wemby's offensive game is this year.
Well, I think I'm not going to hold last year against him. I think it was by design. It's one of those things you got to go learn to do it, and we're going to suck and we're going to lose some games because you're not going to make a lot of them. But now you understand where it places in your full spectrum of your game. And it's still a thing. I want him taking 3-4 shots of that from that
I'm
distance.
okay. 3 is the perfect number.
Yeah, I want him out there. And if you hit your first 3, take another one. I don't have a problem with that. But because it draws the defender out, it opens up the lane. It lets Steph Castle's game get a whole lot easier. It makes it that much harder to double the shooter on the kick pass. It does a lot of things because you have the threat. But, yeah, I think that last year was more of a, we're going to do 9 so you learn how to take 3. One of those, I don't think that was ever the plan. I think the older he gets, he'll be playing closer and closer to the rim. And we're seeing it now the third year he'll be playing closer.
I think I don't know if it was so much the plan as it was what Wemby's idea of his game was.
Well, I think it's a combination of both because when we drafted him, we said, we're going to give you the ball. We're going to let you dribble. We're going to let you grab it off the rim. And I think you'll find for yourself, for your own personal game, some of this stuff you don't want to do. Some of this stuff, it's extraneous, and it takes away from the 3 things that you can do great. Why do 5 really good and do 3 great? And I think he's learning, I don't need to take a bunch of threes to be a great basketball player, where in Europe, kind of had to be.
Yes. And through the 2, or I guess a little less than 2 years that we'd seen of Wemby so far, my thought was the upside of him defensively is an A+. The upside of him offensively, I felt like was maybe a B.
Oh, see.
And now it's changed to where his offensive upside is unlimited because now he's not letting teams off. Because I'm telling you, every time he would line up and shoot a 3,
it's a win.
And every team was like, oh, thank God. And because guess who's not there to get a rebound when he shoots the 3? Like it is a bailout for other defenses, especially because he was a low percentage shooter. Now that's gone, there's no bailout. Like his offensive upside is an A, and it's like now he's got a chance to be Superman.
Every year he'll be playing closer and closer to the rim as he adds weight, as he adds more stuff in his bag where he's capable of doing things easier and better around the rim. It was a bailout for him too to take a fadeaway. What are you talking about? Why is a 7'5" dude ever fading away ever?
Yeah, that's a win for defenses.
So
they're not getting that win.
Yeah, and
anymore.
it's gone.
Yep.
See if it stays gone.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll wrap up hour number 2 on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle. In fact, I got something to give away on the other side too. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
I would like to invite you to a party. That's right. Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuits having a party on Wednesday, November the 19th. We're going to be out there live in just a couple of weeks from 9 to to 6 p.m., the Blitz crew, all of us are all going to be broadcasting for the annual holiday kickoff tailgate. We got food, we got vendors coming out, music, giveaways, fun for the entire family, and that includes your babies coming out to Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit and see what I've been talking about all these months. And as the holiday season is around the corner, don't worry about what your pets are going to be doing while you're off skiing or off seeing family and over the river and through the woods. You know that your dogs, your pets, your babies are going to be taken care of by those that love them as much as you do, and that's all the good people over at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. All the details you need about what they do, you can find over at mybunkinbiscuit.com. Write this phone number down if you have any questions. It's 210-655-2865. I'm talking about top-flight luxury care for your pets right there on 1604 and 35, a hop, skip, and a jump from the airport. That's Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. We're going to be out there on a big old party on November the 19th. Put it in the calendar. Bring your pets and see what I'm talking about. That's Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. It's our pet resort. Make it yours. Call them today, and you're going to thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a few stalls. 410 eastbound at 281. That's off to the right shoulder. 410 northbound at North WW White. That stall has the left shoulder blocked. Another on 35 northbound just before you get to 410. That stall's been moved off to the shoulder. On 35 upper level northbound I-10 to McCullough, that's some ongoing road work. We've got 2 right lanes closed, has you stop and go. And then about a 10, 12-minute ride along I-10, lower level eastbound from Cincinnati on over to Commerce. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Starbucks. The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks, handcrafted with their signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio. With smoked in-house meats, home-style sides, and specials like pork belly burnt ends, and our famous fully loaded chopped baker, the Texas barbecue you love is at Smoky Mo's. Order a Smoky Mo's tailgate pack or create your own. Choose your meats like brisket, turkey, or sausage, and sides kicked up a notch like roasted green corn and bacon cheddar potatoes. Smoky Mo's with 8 convenient locations. Orders for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com.
Boo! I'm your old cheap water softener. Trick or treat, I got news for you. I'm not working again. Some days I just don't feel like it.
Just imagine what the inside of your home's pipes look like with all that hard water. Now that's scary.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I'm Jason at Connecticut Quality Water Softeners of San Antonio and the Hill Country. Don't let your old sporadic water softener ruin your house. Get a Connecticut. A Connecticut system can actually lengthen the life of your appliances, protect your pipes from buildup, and gives you soft skin and silky smooth hair.
Oh, don't listen to him. Stick with me, your old junky water softener. I'm lazy, but cute.
There's a reason Dave Ramsey says a Connecticut is the last water softener you ever own. Call us at 210-656-PURE. And right now, we'll give you a free reverse osmosis drinking station right at your kitchen sink.
Ooh, I'm tired. I need to take another break.
ConnecticutSA.com. Hi. My name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Yes, sir. I won't play guitar with my mouth, even though I want to.
I know.
Hey.
Go ahead and do it, and I'll dump it.
No, don't do it. Hey. I got some Jerry sound. Jerry.
Oh, what
talking
did Jerry say?
Talking to them boys up in Dallas. Jerry, here's what Jerry had to say about the loss to the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
We need to improve on defense. We need to stop those as much better than we did against Denver. Let's put it like this, our explosive plays. And that can be done by concentrating each position, down linemen, linebackers, continuing to see the action that the play action that's going on, and keeping your eyes in good places. I know this sounds technical, but it is technical. That's the way for us to improve, is to technically get better. We've got players that can do it, and it's not just one, but we need to improve in that area. We basically need to finish our box better over on offense. We let a lot of penetration come in from what we call the backside on an offensive play. All of those things, and I know it sounds like you're in a coach's meeting, but all of those things are the answers. It's not as bad as it looks, and it looks bad as far as the game Sunday, but it also has a lot of room for improvement for us to be where we want to be on defense. Offensively, we really had a bad day. We made a lot of mistakes. It didn't stay with our blocks. So, again, technically, the way to improve this thing is to each position, each player, zero in on his responsibilities.
This is something we've talked about a lot. Like, if it's not personnel, and it's not coaching, and it's not effort, what is it? Well, now you're hearing them say, well, there's technical things that our guys just aren't performing well.
I don't want to get technical on you, but we got to do this thing called blocking. I don't know. I'm going to use some coaches speak here. We need to block and hold those blocks. Am I losing you? Because there's another thing we got to do, and this is real technical stuff here. We're going to have to tackle. And tackling involves, I don't want to get technical on you, but we're going to have to bring them to the ground to stop their forward progress in a much better fashion. And the third thing, and I don't want to get technical on you, is we're going to have to matriculate the ball down the field on a more regular manner and complete these matriculations with a score and what we call in the business a touchdown. What? Yeah, okay, Jerry, you really describe what you need to do to win.
Well,
I'm with you.
You're describing the game.
Yeah, I'm with you. You got a little technically almost lost me, but I agree. You need to hold your blocks better, and you probably need to have a little bit of better scheme. What was that?
Here's Jerry talking about, and this is first of all, it's an important question. Secondly, I think Jerry's right in his answer on what the real problem is. They asked Jerry if trading Micah was to help the run defense, then why is the run defense worse than it was before Micah was gone?
We need a combination. We need to basically have better play from the linebackers, maintaining the integrity of your gaps, which the linebackers have to fill. The linebackers have to slide. And so they did a good job on us, Denver, the other day, and we did a poor job. So we've got to do better there.
Yeah.
Okay. This is now. I've given a lot of grief to the front. We've talked about the front seven, and I've focused a lot on Kenny Clark and how crappy he's been because he was brought in with the expectation that he was going to be some sort of a savior to the run defense. But he's right that the linebackers are so dreadful. So I looked up where they're at in PFF grading.
Now, keep in mind, one of these linebackers was brought over specifically to play in Flus's system. He was his linebacker in Chicago.
So there are 80 guys in the NFL who have played enough snaps to be graded by PFF this year. The Cowboys have 3 of them that have played enough snaps to be graded. So out of 80, Jack Sanborn is the best of the Cowboys linebackers, and he is number 53 on the list. So the 53rd best linebacker is the Cowboys' best linebacker. The other 2, Shamar James, 73rd. Kenneth Murray Jr.
Most Cowboys go, Kenneth Murray Jr.? Who? He's played enough snaps.
Yeah.
Kenneth Murray Jr. I didn't know he got off work.
80
be able to do that.
Out of 80. Dead, the worst linebacker in the league.
Is that a surprise to Cowboy fan?
I was a little shocked that all 3 of their graded linebackers were in like the bottom third of the league. That's it. And I mean, to have 2 of them in the bottom 6, 7, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. The thing that Micah did, he was the great eraser. He was the great equalizer. He covered up for so many weaknesses. So many problems can be covered up by speeding the offense up, by making whatever play they thought was going to last 3 seconds only last a second and a half. You better get it done because here comes Micah. So this is exactly what we've been talking about for 6 weeks. When you trade away Micah, you traded away everything because you based everything on Micah being on the field, and Micah took the place of 3 dudes, his position and the 2 closest to him. He took that place so you could cover up a lot of problems. That linebacker, they were bad last year too, under a different scheme, but they were protected by Micah.
And that's why, you're not there's 2 reasons to this. The reason you're not hearing talk about trading for a linebacker is, first of all, most casual NFL fans can name maybe 5 linebackers in the world. It's like Bobby Wagner, Fred Warner. There's
probably it.
There's very few guys that are household names. So there's nobody's whose name you're going to say that people are going to go, ooh, he'd be huge for this team. But linebacker's a very important position. It's just not a sexy one. The reason you keep hearing Max Crosby and Trey Hendrickson, A, because that's a sexy position, but B, because like you said about Micah Parsons, guys like that cover up for a lot of other flaws. Yeah. It makes your crappy linebackers look less crappy.
Well, because they don't have to be bad for that long. You have to be bad for so much less time. You don't have time to make a terrible mistake.
Yeah, so that's why you'll hear those guys' names. They did say, what do you expect Shoddy to do to fix this? And here's what Jerry had to say on that one.
I think you'll see some of the players. You don't have the hours that it would take to get into any specifics, but I think you'll see more time spent in the linebacker room by coaching. I think you'll see a lot of, on the offensive side of the ball, I'll see a lot of zeroing in by the meetings and the coaching staff on I mentioned it 2 or 3 times, your penalty situation. And I think we'll continue to work to eliminate those turnovers. We had them there Sunday. We hadn't had them on offense. That'll help you get behind the 8 ball in these football games. But bottom line, the answer here, because the areas were numerous, because they are things that we've all seen addressed, cleared up, every one of these players have played in a way, and they've had many, many snaps this year, playing in a way that if they would play that way all at the same time, or the majority of them at the same time, we have a different outcome.
Oh, you're telling me if we all play good at the same time, we'll be pretty good?
No.
Oh, get out of
It's
here.
such crazy
You're
talk.
crazy. The only answer to this defense, AJ, is score 35 a game. There's no cavalry coming over the building. There's no scheme that they're suddenly going to come up with. They're not going to improve their talent base that much unless some kind of blockbuster Max Crosby thing arrives. The only defensive fix they've got this year is to get better technically. That goes without saying. But score 35 a game and put the other team's offense in a position where you kind of know what they're going to do. If you feel like they're going to pass the ball 70% of the time because they're down by 20, you can your defense gets a little bit easier. So that's their defense. Let's not kid ourselves. We can talk about people, process, and technology and players and scheme and more coaching for linebackers. No, your only savior is your offense.
The thing is, you can't tell me that you have the worst defense in the league and it's not a personnel issue. And it's like, no.
That's what it is.
If you had good players, they might have an off year and you might not be like a top-level defense, but you can't have good players and be the worst.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys are literally they're below the Raiders. They're below the Dolphins. This is the worst defense in football, bar none.
Biblically bad.
And so you can't tell me our players are good enough.
A couple of tweaks here and there.
The players, there's no little tweak.
Focus on holding the blocks.
Overhaul needed. I got a couple more things on this to talk about next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI agent can be set up in minutes to answer calls and questions 24/7, so you never miss a customer, lead, or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years. And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been, because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this: the insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or my website, alawyerforus.com.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Energy slipping away, losing your edge? Could be low testosterone. Take action. Synergenics and Low T Center offer a quick free T test. Get pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded, personalized for you. Most insurance covers it. The best you is waiting at TRTMVP.com.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water system when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great-tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
Call 656-PURE Connecticut.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like a new trouble spot on the northwest side on I-10, Frontage Road eastbound. Hausman. This accident has only the left lane open. It's also slowing traffic exiting off the highway to get onto the Frontage Road. 281 northbound at Isom, that's a stall off to the shoulder. Another stall, I-10 westbound Loop 410, right shoulder blocked. 410 eastbound at 281 Jones-Maltzberger, that stall off to the shoulder. Little bit of a delay from right around Honeysuckle. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
It's all tied up. The Blue Jays took Game 4 of the World Series 6-2 handily. You can catch Game 5 live on our sister station, ESPN San Antonio, 1250 a.m. In Dallas Cowboys news, Ed Rorter reports wide receiver George Pickens and the Jones boys have not spoken about a contract next year. Jerry Jones said on his weekly radio show, "I can tell you that right now there is not a trade in my mind." I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy hump day. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We're communicating the best way we can with Jerry Jones. He won't come on our show, so we have to do it like this. Now the thoughts are, well, okay, if the linebackers are so bad, is it possible you would be interested in trading for a linebacker? Is that something that could happen? Now you talk about saying a bunch of stuff without saying anything.
Oh, he's the king of this.
Listen to this answer. And this should really clear things up for you on where Jerry's coming from.
Not necessarily. Not at all. But possibly so. And how about that for an answer? But guys, really, it is an area where you can spend more time and you can get better. It's a point of emphasis for everybody. My point this morning is that every position out there should be, during the week between games, looking for the things you didn't do it well, addressing them during your practice and your basically meeting times with other players. And then obviously a look at a game is not necessarily an entertaining thing at all by coaches or players, and none of us would expect that. It is actually looking for the things you didn't do well. Now, by the way, you should start with one thing that you did do well and then be able to handle the 4 or 5 things that you didn't do well. So that's the psychology of having criticism when you're a football player. And I've certainly in my lifetime had a lot of it. I thought the coaches were out to get me, hated me, everything but book. Took me about 10 minutes out of the meeting room to realize they were right, just trying to help me. That goes with it. There's very few games that players really have everything about it, make them feel good. But the good news is, or the bad news is, you can't let it happen as many times in as many places as we did Sunday.
I forget what I asked.
Well, he asked if linebacker was a place you could look. And he said, well, not necessarily, not at all, but possibly so.
Well, which is actually, in the broad scheme of things, the right answer. If somebody calls you with a Godfather deal for a linebacker, you say yes, but why? I mean, let's step back and ask the question that should be asked. If you're going to go make a move, why? Why? Give me the why. And if you can express to me that there's not other than we want to get better. Well, I mean, it won't take much to get better when you're the worst. You can't fall off the floor. So if it's a short-term extraordinary benefit with some long-term gain, maybe. But I don't think anything's coming here. And because I think there's so much wrong, even though you expend the capital and the effort to make a good deal, doesn't mean it fixes everything. It might put some lipstick on this pig, and maybe that'll be enough considering if your offense is flowing. But I will remain by it, and I think they agree, in the building agree. The best thing we can do is score a bunch of points. We got a lot of guys hurt. We got a lot of invested in here. There's not any reason to pour any good money after bad on a thing that's not going to get fixed.
And the problem with that philosophy is it can win you some games.
Yeah.
You know what it doesn't win you? Playoff games.
Yeah, where are we going to be?
What's the point? And if you give up future assets to get good enough to get to the playoffs, let's say you do that. This team is not built to win a playoff game.
So unless it's a Max, it's a Hendrickson, I would even say a Minka Fitzpatrick might be something I'd look at. And he's not, that's not even a linebacker or a lineman, it's a safety. But unless it's a genuine game changer that you'll have for a couple of years, what is the point?
I saw someone say if the Cowboys had a decent offense, they'd be the Browns. The Browns actually have the best defense in the league.
I'd love to be the Browns.
The
Browns defense.
The Browns have the different they're the best defense and the worst offense. Cowboys have a top 5 offense and the worst defense. They're like bizarro Browns is what the Cowboys are. Neither one of them is a fun place to be.
No, I don't know who I'd rather be. I'd much rather have the Browns defense on a regular. But
well, you'd much rather have a quarterback.
Yes.
It could be worse for the Cowboys.
And again, how much? What do you think would be an easier proposition if I came to you and you're shoddy and I go, okay, we can fix one thing. We can do one thing well. Do you want to improve on your offense? And it's not about getting a guy. I don't know what that would be. But if I can assure you one thing will improve, do you want to get this offense at 35 points a game, or do you want to get this defense a little bit better? I'd go, well, I know what I can do with this offense. I'll score 35 a game and dare a team to keep up. And hope for a turnover or two or here. And know full well I'm going to give up 28 a game. I'm going to give up 4 touchdowns knowing that's going to happen. But I think that the odds are better that the Cowboys can score 35 to 40 a game, then they can hold a team under 20, 25.
Yeah.
That'll never happen. They're not good enough, and there's no way they can get enough talent to fix that.
And there are some teams in the league right now, competitive teams, and I'll tell you one of them, the Buffalo Bills, who are they know their defense is not good. They know their defense is banged up, and they just said, okay, well, let's just try and score 100 every game.
But they know that hope is on the horizon. They've got guys that are hurt.
They just put Ed Oliver on the IR. Like, it just keeps getting worse for them. But also the idea that that's going to work come playoff time is very questionable.
Well,
Historically, it just doesn't work.
No, you don't win Super Bowls outscoring teams.
No.
That's just not how it works. But if you're in the Cowboys situation, you're just trying to get close to the playoffs. I hate to go old school, but playoffs?
Yeah.
This ain't playoffs. This is play in. This is get close.
The good thing is you're going up against a team this week that, at least from a defensive standpoint, is almost as bad as you are in Arizona. They're pretty awful as well. This is a bottom 5 defense. You should be able to. This should be a day where the Cowboys can put up 30, 40 points. It's just a matter of how many are you going to let them put up.
One thing we know is the Cowboys will pick you apart if you're bad. If you're a bad defense, the Cowboys will expose you. They've done it all season long.
Well,
Now good defenses shut them down. Bad defenses they feasted on.
They could have done more against Carolina.
Yeah, but that Carolina defense is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? They're not a terrible defense. Like when you saw the Jets, they ate that defense for lunch. The Bears, they ate that defense for lunch. Now the other things happen, but offensively they move the ball.
Yeah. This should be a chance for them to put up a crooked number. It's just a matter of what are they going to let Arizona put up?
Will it be enough?
And there's no way to have a good feeling about that.
Well, I don't believe Marvin Harrison is not up. I don't think he's too worried about the defenders going to be on him. I think he's looking for a pretty good day coming up.
And the thought is the Cowboys are in a weird spot where I don't think they're good enough to compete for anything, but they're also probably going to be too good to have like a super great draft pick. And they actually, this is the last clip I'll play from Jerry. They asked him on the criticism that the Cowboys have not drafted well on the defensive side of the ball.
That's ready criticism. When you do it, I like our number 41. I think he's going to be one of the best players we've drafted recently. We've got to see it, but we're going to be bringing on Ravel that we drafted this round. I'm talking about within the last draft. As far as the overall long-term drafting, I'm pretty satisfied that we draft well.
You are you? Well, you drafted C.D. Lamb.
No, defensively, though, was the question.
Defense too?
Yeah.
Well, he drafted – that guy's not here anymore.
What about Taco?
Well, there's – no, we can't really count him.
No.
They have a terrible eye for defensive linemen. They do.
It's been, front seven in general has been disastrous.
Before Will McClay. I mean, this goes on way – it's just been a long time. For a moment there, Will was pretty good at finding undervalued defensive linemen that were kind of cast off that turned out to be average and not terrible. You know, they were good NFL guys, not great, and it looked good for McClay because they looked like they were going to get cut. They were terrible, and he managed to find a few that could make an NFL team that would be in the rotation, but they were never going to be of high quality. They were just okay.
Yeah.
That went away too. So if you don't have a good eye for front seven, and they don't, and some of this is scheme. I'll give them a break because they've had 3 different defensive coordinators over the last several, and all of them run a slightly different defense. So you don't know. Some of them are playing with guys that they don't like, and sometimes you're drafting for a coordinator that isn't here anymore.
But Rob, if the players played better, those coordinators wouldn't be getting fired.
All of that rolls into the fact that it starts with Jimmys and Joes.
Yeah,
and you don't have Jimmys and Joes. Coordinators are never going to be worth their salt, but you also want to draft for your coordinator. And if the coordinator you draft for is gone immediately,
I get that,
especially when you're dealing with Dan Quinn's kind of defense where everybody's kind of small and kind of fast. And if you want to change, that's a radical flip. I mean, so some of it's endemic, some of it's poor choices, but the sum total of this is just biblically bad.
All right, I got to tell you about Underdog Fantasy, and guys, we're in it. NBA season is upon us. Oh, and Underdog makes all the games a little bit more fun, doesn't it? And the Spurs don't play tonight, but guess what? There's still action available on the board. And we've kept our eyes on these teams. We know who's doing what. We know who's the Lakers are on tonight. You going higher or lower on Austin Reeves? Like I mentioned earlier, this is the highest scoring player in the league so far. Higher or lower on him? Higher or lower on Lauri Markkanen, who he's playing tonight? I like the higher tonight on Lauri Markkanen, and I'll probably play the lower on Ace Bailey just because I got to put my money where my mouth is. And it's so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats. points, rebounds, whatever the case may be, points plus rebounds, assists. You can do that. You get it right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. Download the app today. Use my promo code ALAMO. That's ALAMO. You'll score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Arizona Cardinals for Monday Night Football. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So, what's that about?
So, let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI agent can be set up in minutes to answer calls and questions 24/7, so you never miss a customer, lead, or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio representing people and families who've been injured in traffic collisions since 1994. The reason it's important to call me as soon as possible is the number of tricks and mistakes you can make, even up to talking to insurance companies, which I'm going to tell you not to do. And also some of the billing practices at our local hospitals. And over the last year, I've seen more and more of this, where hospitals are asking patients to assign benefits they do not have to assign, all in an effort to get more money to the hospital than they would receive if all you used was your health insurance. When you call, I will give you your options. We'll talk about your case. And all of that is free of charge. If you or a family member has been injured in a traffic accident, whether car, commercial truck, motorcycle, I want you to call me as soon as possible after the collision. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or go to my website at alawyerforus.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
All right. It's time. Let's go to the Buyers Barricade guest line. Joining us now, 6'8", 295 pounds of steel and smoke and
everything. And hair.
Good hair. Good hair. From Arasti, Dr. Jason Garrett. Hey, good morning, Dr. Garrett.
Good morning. Hey, I may have to alter that a little bit because I got my car towed last week, and the tow truck driver jumped out, and he was like, wait a second, are you the guy from the radio? He listens to ESPN all the time, and I was like, yeah. He goes, well, I was expecting a lot bigger guy.
Your legend precedes you, Doc.
I like that. We're hyping you up, man. It's better. I don't know.
Did the fine double?
I mean, I guess we could say 5'4", 168 pounds. Like, and then you'd be like, man, you're way bigger than they say. Like,
huge.
Maybe that'd be better. I don't know what the answer is. All right, Dr. Garrett. The big injury this weekend was Cam Scattaboo. Very unfortunate. Looked like he had the floppy foot.
Like what Dak had, right?
Yeah, dislocated ankle. Done for the season, obviously. But a guy who runs and plays as hard as he does, is that something that could be a long-term thing? And also, what's the fix? Is it as simple as casting it, or is there going to have to be like pins and screws and reconstruction done with something like that?
Man, ankle dislocations, they can be absolutely catastrophic. They're different than other joints. There's just so many ligaments that attach down there. There's ligaments between the tibia and the fibula. There's ligaments between all the bones in the ankle. And when you dislocate it, you almost always fracture something. I don't know if you did or not, but usually you do because it's a pretty catastrophic injury. Sometimes guys never recover fully from that because the ankle, for some reason, just kind of stays thicker and swollen, more so than other joints that resolve better. It could be just because gravity, it's the furthest away from the heart, and so it has trouble getting the inflammation out, then it scars down more. Sometimes guys make fantastic recoveries. So this is going to be one of those that I really hope he comes back because he is great for the NFL.
You know, when I saw that they quantified this as a dislocation instead of a break, I don't know how that could even be a thing when you see the foot facing the wrong direction. You're going to tell me something didn't break? Now, what are the steps here? We talked about, it could be, do you try to rehab the joint quicker, or what do? You just set it in a cast and let that heal, and then you rehab the joint? How do you get from this to playing again?
Yeah, you try to realign everything as well as you can, and then you put it in a position that it's going to heal better. But yeah, you definitely want to cast it. You want to make sure that thing is not moving a whole lot, because with the dislocation like that, there's torn ligaments which don't heal really well with movement. Now, a strain to sprain, you want to move that as much as possible, load it as quickly as possible. So depending on the severity of the tearing in there, which they're not going to probably know fully until a couple weeks after the injury, when the swelling goes down, they can really see what's going on in there, get a couple more MRIs. Then they can determine how aggressive they can be on the rehab. They're definitely going to be having them on some peptides, some stem cells, anything to help that tissue heal faster. They're going to be doing red light therapy, laser, everything you can imagine they're going to be putting on that to get it to heal faster than usual.
I may owe Carson Wentz an apology.
No, you don't.
Because I was laughing at him for crying on the sidelines and stuff like that. But clearly he was like really trying to gut it out to make one last run at things as an NFL quarterback, make himself a starter. After last week, though, they put him on IR, and he's going to have season-ending surgery. Apparently, week 5, dislocated his shoulder, tore his labrum, fractured the socket in his non-throwing shoulder, and had been playing through that pain. But talk about what that injury's like. Especially, I mean, we hear labrum all the time, but fracturing the shoulder socket, how serious is something like this? And, I mean, could he have had like long-term implications by continuing to go out there for the last month and playing with that?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. So when they say fractured the socket, so your scapula has a little kind of concave part of it that your humerus inserts into, and it's a pretty loose association, which is why you have so much range of motion in your shoulder, which is why it's so unstable. So it's not like a knee joint where the knees come together and the bones fracture and every single movement is excruciatingly painful. This is a little bit more freedom in there. So if there's a fracture, technically you can play through it. You can move your shoulder. It's going to hurt like crazy. They're probably doping him up the entire time. Yes, you can have some long-term issues with this, like a frozen shoulder, decreased range of motion. Definitely going to have probably, a future shoulder surgery in his wheelhouse coming up. So all the above, it's pretty impressive he played through. The torn labrum, that's almost all of us at some point are going to have a torn labrum. It's like a torn meniscus in your knee. It's just a wear and tear thing that's going to happen. So not a huge deal unless it is in a spot that completely restricts range of motion, which in his case, it doesn't look like it did.
I want you to put on your cardiothoracic hat for a second. Kristaps Porzingis, we found out, was dealing with something weird well, I guess it's not weird, but it's this POTS syndrome where when he stands up, his heart races and kind of gets dizzy or something like that, and he found out you can treat it by laying down, whatever that is. When I see a tall dude dealing with another heart issue, and I think about Wemby and the thrombosis that he dealt with, is this something that I should pay attention to with tall dudes from here on out, the heart issues and things like that, or is this two different guys dealing with two different things, and it just happens to be that they're both really tall?
Yeah, I think you would be more concerned about it if this was a frequent thing happening in the NBA. These are two completely unrelated things, very different. One's a blood vessel distal to the heart that, because Wemby's so long and flexible, was under some stress, created a thrombosis. Heart thing that's way different, is unique to him. It is common somewhat, and sometimes you have to worry about people that are like redheaded, tall with connective tissue issues. Sometimes they have issues that their aorta can explode randomly and they die instantly. Most of those people don't make it to the NBA because they have those connective tissue issues, but sometimes they do.
That was a Baylor kid that was diagnosed right before the draft a couple years ago, right? I think
so. Yeah.
Yeah. My son's girlfriend has that POTS, and she's the best lacrosse player in Nevada.
So you stand up too fast, you get dizzy. Is that what it is?
Anytime her heart rate gets up, it's like it can go up higher than like the normal heart rate, and it's exhausting. And it's a very rare thing, but like a lot of athletes deal with it, and you just your cardio has to be X amount better to keep up, because it's a
strain.
Yeah, it's a strain on your heart. The Ed Oliver for the Buffalo Bills, this is close to my heart. They're saying it looks like he's got a torn bicep. What would that mean for him for the rest of the season, and would it go into the postseason? Is this something that is a season ender if it's a torn bicep?
So if it's torn at the top, so the bicep can carry two places. One at your elbow where the muscle just recoils up. That's a season ender. That's surgery. Very good recovery, good outcomes, almost like 100% recovery. If you tear it at the top, that is actually part of your labrum, and it can literally it doesn't recoil like the bottom one does. It can scar back down. You can play through it to a certain degree. There was a guy at the CrossFit Games a few years ago, and you can imagine they used quite a bit of bicep. He actually tore his coming in and finished third at the CrossFit Games because he tore the top part of it, not the bottom part of it. So, yes, you can play through that, assuming you didn't tear it distally towards the elbow, which you probably wouldn't because that would be an instant season ender. It's just a play through it, see how it goes. Probably need surgery at the end of the year.
All right, that is Dr. Jason Garrett from Arasti. Doc, we appreciate the time as always, and we'll do it again next week.
All right, thanks, Chris.
Thanks,
Doc.
Doc.
There you go. That is Dr. Jason Garrett from Arasti. Yeah, when I was doing jiu-jitsu, I armbarred this kid, and he didn't tap, and his bicep tore. And it rolled up, and like
I've seen that.
It was a big ball at the top of his arm, and like it looked like
it's gruesome.
And there was a big gap where his bicep
like hangs down. Yeah, I've seen that exact thing happen.
It was so gross.
I saw a guy reaching up for a basketball, and he was trying to pull it forward, and it popped right there too, and it just like a window shade. You could see it just roll, seriously, you could see it roll up his arm.
It's wild. It does like kind of roll up. I have a torn bicep at the top, like he's talking about. Like
I don't think I do.
I've got torn bicep, rotator cuff, torn labrum. My right shoulder's been jacked for like 15 years.
I can backstroke with the best of them.
I mean, I can. Everything just hurts. I just do it.
I got torta back. I can't lift them that much.
Like mine's been messed up for a long. Like that, I fought with my shoulder with everything torn. It just is what it hurts. It's a bummer.
Right
now, if I were like a world class athlete, my thought would be I'd just get it fixed and move on.
But
I don't know what it is with Ed Oliver. I don't know if it's
never be the same.
Which kind it is. But
every time I see Peck, I think a little bit of something, a little juice going on.
No, his is bicep.
Peck. I'm just every time I hear that.
Peck is Patrick Surtain tore his pec apparently.
A little throwing away on too much weight,
or maybe not tore his pec, but he's got some sort of pectoral injury. He's going to miss 6 to 8 weeks. They said Surtain is or 4 to 6 weeks. Big blow for the Broncos defense. All right, let's. You know what? Before we go to break, Martin Amini, the I'm Not Toxic, I'm Healing tour coming Saturday, November 1st to the Aztec Theater. Funny man, Martin Amini. You want to go get some laughs at the Aztec Theater on Saturday, November 1st? Be caller number 3, 210-656-ESPN. Caller number 3, you'll win a pair of tickets. And if you don't win them, you can go to livenation.com and get them there. All right, we'll talk to head coach Mike Elko of the Texas A&M Fighting Aggies on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
How you feel this morning? You wake up ready to go, attack the day, nothing painful keeping you out of your life. If you did, you're doing things right. Keep it to yourself and carry on. But if you woke up like me, a little sore, a little something slowing you or keeping you out of your daily game, why? You can get yourself fixed today. Arasti providers are all around San Antonio with one specific goal in mind, and that's to get you out of pain, and they do it fast. It's their methods that really set them apart from your normal, everyday general practitioner. See, they attack pain in ways you might not have ever considered. When you walk in the door, you get a full evaluation. They find out why you're hurting, and they find out what is hurting you, and then they fix that. It sounds odd, but that's really kind of unique because it has nothing to do with pills or medication. It's your body fixing itself, and let me tell you, it works, and it works fast. On under 4 visits. They've got plenty of studies to show. Listen to me, I've had lower back issues most of my life, and I didn't think there was anything other than rest that could fix it. I was so wrong. I went to Arasti, and before I knew it, back in the game. It was right at 2 weeks when normally it was a 6-week wait. If you need to get back in the game, if you want to get back in the game, call this number today, 1-800-468-1891. 1-800-468-1891. The website is Arasti.com. You can find your locations there. Listen, don't let pain keep you out of life. You can get a fix. It's called Arasti. Go today, and you can thank me tomorrow.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like a couple of new trouble spots. 35 southbound approaching Thousand Oaks. We've got an accident, 7-8 minute delay, stop and go from Evans. And then I-10 frontage road eastbound at Hausman. This wreck has only the left lane open. 410 eastbound 281, that stall still there. Now off to the right shoulder. And about a 20-minute ride along I-10, lower level eastbound Cincinnati on over to Commerce. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends November 1st. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You know, I make decisions every day, but the easiest ones I've been making for the last several weeks are Dak Prescott. The more Dak is riding the wave, and I've been with him on Prize Picks, and being right can get you paid, especially when you're doing it on the weekly. Prize Picks has everything you need to have some fun on all your favorite games. If you like winning, you like to know what you're doing, Prize Picks is your answer because you can do the research and you can go out and win, and it's so simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 players, and you can get up to 2,000x on your money if you pick right. Now, they offer stacks is what I love, and you can pick the same player in up to 3 different venues and play them in the same lineup, and you can only find this at Prize Picks. That's why I go there every day. You want to know another reason? Alamo. Remember the code Alamo, and you get $50 in lineups if you play your first $5 lineup. That's Alamo. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Guys, you can feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you you. Could be low testosterone. Take action. Synergenics and Low T Center can help reclaim your energy with a quick and simple free T-test. Visit a local Synergenics or Low T Center and receive pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded like other clinics. Experienced providers increase your testosterone to the level that is right for you. Discovered by most major insurance, affordable self-pay options are available. The best you is waiting. Book your free T-test at trtmvp.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
We've reached that time of year, boys and girls. The NBA is upon us, and there's no better way to get in on the action than with Underdog. Fast breaks, buzzer beaters, block parties, they are back, and playing on Underdog is so easy. You just pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats, points, rebounds, steals, blocks. You get your picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. I'm going to be looking at the Spurs early on, and I'm going with Victor Wembanyama, big man himself. Let's go higher on his blocks. I think it's a great way to start things off. Download the app today, use promo code ALAMO, that's ALAMO, and you'll score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play for just $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Texas Longhorns. They got a big one this week against Vanderbilt. What in the world are they going to do?
Bob Ballou, our Longhorn insider, joins us at 3:35.
Dallas Cowboys, that clock is tick, 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 ticking. They're going to make a trade.
RJ Ochoa will weigh in when he joins us on The Blitz. We start at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yo Street in a Range Rover, boom, boom, baby. They had to edit out Street Sweeper, baby. What a weird thing.
I know.
Like the idea that we were editing out gun talk in rap songs. Even like friendly rap songs like this.
Is this friendly?
Sure. All they're talking about is smoking buds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's harmless.
Nelly was safe rap.
Yeah, he was.
White parents allowed Nelly.
But he was wounded. He always was hurt.
Well, yeah.
What happened to his face?
He was
What
bad.
hiding?
He was bad at shaving.
I think there was a weird tat under his eye.
He always had a Band-Aid.
Something weird.
Always.
Bad at shaving.
Clumsy.
Yeah, it happens. Happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. We'll have head coach Mike Elko on here in a few minutes. The Texas A&M Fighting Aggies, who are having, I don't know, when's their best season in how long?
Since 92, baby.
Man. And they're sitting at home this week, right?
Basking in the glory.
Living it up.
And
living
getting
it
ready
up.
for a Missouri roadie next week.
Meanwhile, their compatriots a couple hours down the road are
got a big one coming.
They're going to be fighting for their lives against the old Vanderbilt Commodores.
Who'd have thought that 4 years ago, that Vanderbilt coming to Austin would be a huge game for both.
It would be Texas fighting for their season.
And Vanderbilt fighting for playoff positioning or God knows what. Who'd have thought?
I think if Vanderbilt wins this game, I think they're going to make the playoff.
I think they could. They should.
Because if they win this game, Auburn and Kentucky at home aren't going to be problems for them. They'll have a game at the end of the season at Tennessee.
Which they'll need to win.
But even if they lose that, it might be better for them because that would give them 2 losses and keep them from playing an SEC championship game.
I think if you get to the SEC game, you're in no matter what, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you've got 2 losses and you lose a third.
No, that's right, and that's one of the coaches. That's why they hate this thing. If you go on the road and beat Texas, you're 90% there. Even though Texas is down, you look at the record. What is the record that they're bringing to this game? And you take that from a 2-loss team. That's a hell of a win. I don't care if Texas is down or not.
Yeah, and add in wins over LSU and Missouri. You'd have a win over Auburn at that point, too.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a good resume. Not a great one, but a good one to be the 11th, 12th team in, sure.
Yeah. Claymore says, nothing wrong with his face. Claymore, it was sarcasm. You got to read. Come on, man. At least read that much sarcasm. We know there's nothing. We know he's not like disfigured. It's
I just thought he had a bad pimple. Thought he was embarrassed. Had a zit.
Maybe that's what it was. But this is the other thing I like for A&M right now is being able to sit at home and, not only have a chance to lick your wounds and kind of after that LSU game, which I think when you wrote down at the beginning of the season what's going to be your toughest games this year, I think at Notre Dame, at LSU, and at Texas were the 3 games that were circled. And it was smart scheduling to have a bye week after this before the Missouri game, because that Missouri game ends up being one of the tougher games on your schedule this year, going to Missouri. So having an extra week to prep for that, I think, is huge.
It's going to be interesting. It is huge. I want that to be, but you run into this situation, rest versus rust. This machine's finally greased, man. It's working real well. You don't really want to take the foot off the gas when you're running that way, but certainly a chance to recharge the batteries. And more importantly, and I know this is rat poison to a lot of people, but I think it's awfully nice for the Aggies to sit back and bask in the glory for a day or two. Enjoy being number 3 in the country and take some credit for it. Don't live off of it, but take a day or two to, stand in the sunshine and see what it's like, because this program hadn't been there in 30 years. So I like that. I just don't like the idea of slowing this train down because it's moving pretty good.
Well, what's also another reason why it's important is Missouri is also on bye this week.
Mm-hmm.
And you definitely don't want to have a rest disadvantage in one of these late season
going on
games.
The road, and Missouri is hungry for a home win to show off.
They're coming off a loss too, and they're probably feeling kind of desperate as well because they need to win out. And quite frankly, if they beat A&M, their remaining schedule is Mississippi State, Oklahoma, and Arkansas.
It's looking easier by the day.
There's no reason to think they can't win out. So then they'd be a 2-loss SEC team with a real chance at things. But that loss to Vanderbilt, and really what really killed them is that loss to Alabama. When they had Alabama at home and had a chance, they had Alabama on the ropes, lost that. Their 2 losses this year, Alabama by 3 at home and then at Vandy by 7 in a game that they were in it to the very end. Missouri's better than their record says they are, and this is going to be a feisty game.
It should be. They played Alabama tough. That was the best game they played all year, though they didn't win. This is a good situation. I like where A&M sits. I like the roadie aspect of this. I think hitting the road after a nice break and playing a team that's good, that can scare you, is worthy. Now, old Aggie would be trap game. Here it is. This is it. Finally, we've hit the trap game. You're getting all the glory. You're getting all the flowers. You got players mentioned in Heisman and a variety of different awards on both sides of the ball. You've got assistant coaches. You got coordinators being mentioned for job opportunities. You've got your head coach on every national show explaining why battered aggregate syndrome should no longer be a thing. I like this, but I also, because this is new to me, this is something that we haven't gotten the fun of being considered a really great team that people are afraid of. But this is also uncharted ground.
I like what if I had told you at the beginning of the season that when A&M goes to LSU, Marcel Reed would have a 2-interception game,
I'd have said there's no way.
And instead they'd nearly double up LSU.
Right. And it didn't matter. And I heard somebody describing what A&M is, and I give it a fair amount of credence. That A&M under Coach Elko has gone and turned the clock back to what made SEC football unique back about 10 years ago. Is A&M's not going to do anything to explode on you. They're just going to lean on you for 4 straight quarters, and eventually the dam will break. And it's been every game. We're going to run the ball, third quarter, stay close, and then suddenly you look up at the scoreboard and the A&M scored 3 touchdowns. One offensively, one defensively, and special teams, and you're down by 21, and they just keep leaning on you. It just keeps coming, and it's the hardest kind of 3 yards in a cloud of dust. We're going to punch you in the face over and over and over, and eventually you're going to drop your guard, and we're going to throw over the top. And 2 interceptions didn't matter because in the fourth quarter, the field was his.
Yep. And I'll say this, coming off maybe your diciest performance of the year at Arkansas the week before, to have your most dominant performance of the year the week after in a place that's historically known as just a nightmare for opponents. I think that you couldn't be more pleased with those results.
Oh, watching, and I'm glad you brought up that Arkansas game, because I do think while it was their ugliest win of the year because they had to play a bad team with a new coach, it was a turning point game because they hit the road against a team that was holding on for dear life and got thrown a life preserver in Petrino. Then you run into a thunderstorm, a storm that delays the game by 2 hours, and you had to get off the mat, get up from your nap, and go play a team that had nothing to lose and everything to gain with a coach that was back home. And and against a Heisman caliber quarterback. Now, he's not going to get the votes, but we know how talented he is. And you shut him down eventually. You finally woke up and you put him to bed. I think that mattered more than the big wins in Notre Dame because you had to be up for that whole thing. This was a trap. This was a place where this was a wounded animal that was ready to beat you, and they played that way.
Although that Notre Dame win, the more you look back at it.
I shouldn't have used the Notre Dame win. That was probably the biggest win in the last decade for A&M. But it was the mentality of coming back when you should have won the Arkansas game. You were expected. And everything that could have happened that you would have stumbled on before, you jumped over with ease.
Yeah, because that Notre Dame game, they were losing with 15 seconds to go in the game.
This was the biggest one in a decade, and I think we'll look back on one of those. That'll be the picture that you see in the halls.
I think so,
that
too.
You just remember for a long time.
And it doesn't really matter what Notre Dame finishes the season as. That was a really, it felt like a direction-changing type win for them.
It was the Johnny win in Alabama. It was one of those things that you look back on and go, we were one thing before, and we became something different after.
Because I remember even, go back to opening week against UTSA. I think you and I sat here after that game and were like, oh, yikes. Man, they might have some real problems. Mm-hmm. And because UTSA played them tough.
Couldn't stop the run.
And if you look back in hindsight at that, UTSA is not very good. And they gave A&M trouble in week one. So to see them go from that at the start of the season to where now you're blowing the doors off LSU in a game where you lost the turnover battle, I didn't project this coming. A lot of this is Reed is just way better than I thought he was. And I think maybe better than you thought he was, too.
Everybody.
Not everybody, because remember, there were a lot of dudes kissing his ass coming into the season.
I thought that this was self-serving, but all you ever heard from Elko, and even Colin Klein all summer long, was wait till you see him. He's done everything. And it seemed to me, as much as you're saying, it seemed like they were protesting too much. You can tell me he's good, and I'll go, yeah, he's probably got to be better than last year. But they were describing what we're seeing, which was extraordinary. There's no way in most people's mind he could go from that to this. He could go halfway, and I just said, great, what a hell of a job. But they knew it from the get-go. They were talking about it after the spring game. From the very beginning, there was no chase. We weren't trying to buy a quarterback from Georgia. We weren't trying to buy a transfer. They had him in-house, and they knew it from the get-go. We didn't, but he knew.
Yeah. And if you told me, Le'Veon Moss is going to be out, how are you going to
Well, that is
everything has been everybody's stepped up, everybody's done their thing, and I am I won't say that I'm I shouldn't say I'm pleasantly surprised. I know you're pleasantly surprised as an Aggie. I'm surprised.
This is.
And a lot of, I think, a lot of the credit goes to the offensive line for all of this success. All of it, they're the best offensive line in the country that I've seen.
And the best thing about this was they weren't when the season started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The expectations were high, and they didn't live up to it. And as the season has gone on, they have played into the form that we expected to see. And that really is the predicate of all of it. It's the predicate for the running game. It's the predicate for Marcel's safety. It's the predicate for the availability of these wide receivers. Because your quarterback, while being mobile enough to escape problems, doesn't have to be mobile. He can stand there, and he's got a clean pocket a lot of times to throw an appropriate pass. So all of this is played in ideally. And no stopping the train unless you stop it yourself right now, because injuries, knock on wood, have really been pretty safe, and the injuries you have dealt with, they were in rooms that had guys that were able to step in. You think linebacker and you think running back, where they were able to kind of fill in some gaps. So so far so good. With an ideally timed break, you just don't want the heat to come down. You want to keep that steam right at the right level.
All right. All right, let's go to the Buyers Barricade guest line right now and talk to the head coach of those Texas A&M Aggies.
There we go.
Coach Mike Elko joins us on the program. Coach, good morning.
Morning, guys. Love walking into the war hymn.
There you go. Vic's playing it way too loud.
Yeah, it's good, though.
No one can hear you. It's crazy.
That's okay.
Stop
That's
it, Vic.
okay. It's a good day to play it loud and proud.
Yes,
Coach,
sir.
This was if I had told you preseason that come the LSU game on the road at night in Baton Rouge, you guys were going to be without your leading rusher, and you were going to lose the turnover battle in that game 2-0. And I told you were still going to nearly double up LSU. How crazy would you have thought I was?
Yeah, the losing the turnover margin obviously was the one. For us to lose the turnover margin but still find a way to win the game the way we did, I thought that was probably the most impressive part of how the game played out the other night.
When you talk football, you learn things. You learn to deal with failure and how you get it and brush yourself off and come back and attack a problem. You also learn how to deal with success. And right now, you're dealing with success. How do you handle 2 weeks where you're the prettiest girl at the dance? Everybody wants to talk to you and call you and tell you how great you are. It's certainly nice as an Aggie to be there, to stand in the sun and get some of the well-deserved praise. But how do you regulate that as you head into a game? And you don't want to have it to turn into rat poison, as Coach Sabins has to say.
Yeah, I think fortunately we were in a very similar position last year and learned, the hard way. I think when we beat LSU last year, we got to 7-1 and 5-0 in the league, and we were in a position to do some really cool things. And obviously that was the first time our program had been in that situation in a really, really long time, and I don't think we handled it the right way. And so a lot of those same kids are back. A lot of those kids know where we went wrong last year, and I think now we're in a much better position to understand how to manage and handle all of it and go out and finish this thing the way we want to.
I mean, it's not just the kids, but this is you too. This is the first time in your career you've had this level of success this late into the season, and we're talking about you as a national championship contender. How difficult is it for you to keep your eye on the prize and make sure you're looking at this thing 1 week at a time instead of just getting as excited as the fan base is?
Oh, for me, it's easy. It's handling this stuff. I know how this stuff ebbs and flows. I know how unrealistic all of this stuff is, and you're always 1 week away. You can look around the country and see how quickly you are from going from being the prize to the guy that's getting fired. And so for me, it's easy. I worry more about making sure the kids stay level-headed and do the things they need to do to be successful.
Yeah, your kids are getting lots of name recognition, lots of awards out there, and certainly you want to foster that. And your coaches, too. You got Colin Klein, certainly worthy of job opportunities out there. You watch your kids' attitudes. I know you don't need to worry about Coach Klein's attitude, but what do you do to foster the opportunities that he has and balance that against, we got a football game to win here in 10 days?
Well, yeah, it's the program you want to have. I think if you look around and have a successful football program, then this is what happens. And people in your program get awards. People in your program get recognition. People in your program get opportunities. Long before we sat in a room talking about what A&M was capable of being, this is what it should have been. And so I think we're just elevating this program to where it belongs and where it needs to be, and all of those things are going to be what come along with it.
Did you know at the beginning of the season that your offensive line was going to be this special, or is it something that has even surprised you how great they've been?
No, we obviously believed we had a chance. I think one of the things that people weren't talking about enough was the fact that we had our top 7 offensive linemen returning. And, it's a day and age where, those are the things that fly under the radar because everybody wants to talk about, the flashy guy that came in the transfer portal or the quarterback or everything is kind of centered around that. But in the SEC, it's a line of scrimmage league. And we knew we had the most experienced group in the conference coming back, and that was a really good starting point. And they obviously have played really well through this middle part of the season.
They certainly have, and in no small measure, their success is directly predicated to Marcel's success. He's just had such a phenomenal year. And, Coach, to your credit, from the get-go, you've been preaching his praises. You told us how good he was going to be. Most of us didn't believe it. At what point did you know this guy's got it?
When he went into the swamp last year and beat Florida. And just for whatever reason, people didn't want to identify the success that he has had as the starting quarterback at Texas A&M. And again, I said this all off season, and it hurt my pride to say it, but down the stretch in those road environments at South Carolina, at Auburn, Marcel Reed wasn't the problem. We didn't make enough stops. We didn't do the things we needed to do on defense down the stretch in those games. But Marcel Reed was growing and getting better every time he went out there, and I knew it. And obviously, there was a big step he had to make this offseason to be the consistent quarterback that we needed him to be. But yeah, I think we had a lot of confidence that this was what it was going to look like for him.
You lost a couple guys, a couple pass rushers to the NFL this offseason, and we knew that Cassius Howell was going to come in and step up and carry a little bit of that weight. But the idea that your team leads the country in sacks, and a big part of that is an 18-year-old kid named Marco Jones. Talk about Marco and what he's meant, and if this is a surprise to you that he has been such a breakout performer at this young age.
No, I mean, obviously Cassius Howell plays a big piece of it, and he's the guy that headlines it. And then I think as the year has gone on, you've started to see some other kids get involved because of the attention that Cassius is receiving. And so Marco Jones is one of those guys who has kind of stepped into a little bit more of a pass rush role as the season has worn on. He's a kid that's a tremendously talented freshman for us, who we have a lot of confidence in, and obviously he's gone out there and had some really productive opportunities and made some plays.
One of the keys to this year, Coach, has been the defensive alterations from the first half to the second. What is the particular skill set involved with reading what's happening and fixing it at halftime and getting it done? We always see the problem. So many teams have a problem stopping the problems through halftime. What have y'all done to make that so much easier, I guess? Because first and second half sometimes are night and day for you guys.
Yeah, obviously we've got a great coaching staff, and I think as we kind of identify how people are trying to attack us or what people are trying to do to attack us, I think we're able to communicate it. We've got a veteran group on defense that's able to receive the message and go out and make the proper adjustments. And so hopefully that continues to be the case as we move through the back half of the season.
Coach, there are 5 players in the country with shorter than 10-1 odds to be the Heisman Trophy winner. Do you want to make a case for your guy?
Yeah, who has been better on national stages on the road in big games than Marcel Reed this year? If you look at what he did against Notre Dame, if you look at what he just did against LSU, tell me what kid has been better in those moments. And that's what the Heisman is about sometimes. It's about the guy who captures the moment and captures the opportunity the right way. He's the starting quarterback for a team that's 8-0, ranked 3rd in the country, and obviously is one of the teams in the country that is overachieving its preseason ranking as much or more than anybody. And usually that all kind of boils into a kid who shows up to New York for the Heisman. I think he obviously is worthy of doing that if he continues to play this way.
I'm sold.
I certainly should be in the conversation. I mean, you could also, like what you just said is exactly what Clark Lee could be saying about Diego Pavia, but I think that's a couple of SEC quarterbacks that should definitely be sitting there in New York City come that time. Coach, as you guys get ready for this final stretch, how impactful is it to have a bye week this week, and especially because Missouri has one? Because I was just talking before you came on, it feels like this is a brilliant stroke of scheduling to schedule the bye right now after this LSU game before the Missouri game, because no matter how the LSU game went, I felt like it would have been nice to take a breath. Is this a good time for you guys, it feels like, to be taking some time away?
Yeah, I think so. I was saying this to somebody in our building the other day. I'm not sure how many times someone has played 5 consecutive weeks of SEC football like we just did, and certainly can't think of the last time someone won 5 consecutive weeks with no bye, no break, no non-conference game in between. That takes a physical toll on the body. And so it was a big ask for our guys. I thought they handled it the right way. Obviously, we're very strong in the second half against LSU, and now it's a good week to kind of, take a step back, let the body recover, get some treatment, obviously go out and practice and stay sharp at the level we need to, but not have to really ramp up for another SEC game this weekend.
As you got some time, is there anybody we're looking at to get significantly healthier that we might not have seen in a minute? And speaking of, how's Owens doing? Or Moss, excuse me.
Yeah, Moss is getting better. He's still got some time to go. I think it's more, those bruises and bumps that everybody has to play through. There's a lot of guys dealing with a lot of things when you get into this part of the season, and I think it's just good for them to all get a chance to get their bodies back right and go out and play the way they're capable of.
Coach, as you guys shortly after that LSU win, we saw Brian Kelly get let go by LSU, or they're in the process of letting him go, and there's 12 I think openings now in FBS. I feel like the fact that your name isn't being mentioned at all for any of these jobs tells people what a good spot you're in right now. Is it nice to feel like you're at one of those apex jobs where, no one expects anybody to be chasing after you and stealing you away? So it feels like kind of you're at the top of the totem pole right now?
Yeah, I think that's the reason why I came to Texas A&M. I think the reason why I chose to pick my family up and leave Duke and come here was a belief that the ceiling of this program was extremely high. And if we could get the support we needed from the university and the support we needed from the people in and around this program to help elevate it to its ceiling, there's really nowhere else you would want to be. And so as we continue to do that and continue to build this thing and build the infrastructure, as long as that support continues to be at that level, this is the place that we're going to be.
I can tell you something, Coach. I heard you on the other day with our good friend, the voice of the Fighting Texas Aggies, Andrew Monaco, and he brought up the fact that there was some, your name was being mentioned with one or two, and Mrs. Coach Elko gave the answer that every Aggie across the country heard. It was, no, we're happy where we are. There was a lot of people happy to hear that.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people that when job season comes around lose sight of the fact that part of switching jobs is not just comparing two football programs to each other. There's a little bit that goes into life, right? And my wife just got here this summer. We just moved into our house this summer. I'm not sure that there's any piece of her that's wanting to go through that process again.
Here, we're all for it.
Well, Coach, I give you a lot of credit because as the non-Aggie on this show, I've been telling my Aggie co-host here that until A&M shows me they are a championship caliber program, I'm going to assume they're a B-tier program. And right now, you are putting egg on my face because it looks like you guys have every chance to do it this year. So kudos to you and kudos to your squad. And Coach, best of luck to you guys going into Missouri in a little over a week, and hopefully you can keep the good times rolling.
Yeah, sounds good. I appreciate you guys having me on.
All right, there you go. That is Mike Elko, head coach of the Texas A&M Aggies. Appreciate the time. He and all our guests join us here on the Buyers Barricade guest lines, providing traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com. See, I had to eat my crow there. I had to let him know.
This is what
he might be proving me wrong.
We're going to call this season forcing people to eat the crow.
You might be proving me wrong. We'll see. All right, we got 1 hour to go, baby, on a Wednesday, a hump day. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. It's time to say goodnight to that check engine light with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. It'll help troubleshoot the likely cause of your light for free, so you can drive with peace of mind. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Every time I turn around, my friends at Pure Talk give me one more reason to feel good about switching. This month, for instance, they're supporting Canines for Warriors, a terrific organization that trains rescue dogs and then pairs them up with combat veterans struggling with PTSD. The result? They're saving lives on both ends of the leash. This is why I switched to Pure Talk. I like being in business with an American wireless company who shares my values. Yeah, I appreciate unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data for just $25 a month, and I bet you will too. But I think you'll really appreciate doing business with a company who gives back to the men and women who volunteered to defend our country. Just dial pound 250, say micro. With Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team, you can switch in as little as 10 minutes. Again, dial pound 250, say micro, to switch to an American wireless company who actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
The largest gun show in San Antonio is at the Shriner Auditorium this weekend. Texas Gun Shows is open this Friday from 4 to 7 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 Saturday, and then 10 a.m. to 4 Sunday. Texas Gun Shows is at the Shriner Auditorium on 1604 this Friday through Sunday.
An accident or injury can derail your life in an instant, leaving you struggling to pay for medical bills and daily expenses. At Thomas J. Henry, we believe every Texan deserves justice, no matter their financial situation. That's why we offer our no-win, no-fee promise. You don't pay us unless we win your case. We know how difficult recovering from an accident can be. Let us handle your case while you focus on getting better. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for. From smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your midday commute, we do have a trouble spot on I-10 eastbound approaching UTSA Boulevard. Accident in the left lane as you stop and go from Bernie Stage Road, so it's going to set you back about 15 minutes. 1604 eastbound Stone Oak Parkway, that stalls in the center lane, and on 410 eastbound at 281, disabled vehicle right shoulder block. Now, it's going to take you about 20 minutes to get through I-10, lower level eastbound Fredericksburg on over to Commerce. This is due to some road work in the area. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
It's all tied up. The Blue Jays took Game 4 of the World Series 6-2 handily. You can catch Game 5 live on our sister station, ESPN San Antonio, 1250 a.m. In Dallas Cowboys news, Ed Reporter reports wide receiver George Pickens and the Jones boys have not spoken about a contract next year. Jerry Jones said on his weekly radio show, "I can tell you that right now there is not a trade in my mind." I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowt.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Rob and AJ on a hump day. Hump day.
We're past the hump.
We're well over the
other
hump,
side
man.
of the hump.
We're over humped.
Who can be over humped? Aggies hump it every day.
Yeah, I know you guys do. The Ravens did the big important move. And now, mind you, last week Lamar Jackson didn't play, even though
he didn't look unhealthy.
Let's discuss this. Had Lamar Jackson sat out last week and the Ravens lost, I can say with certainty the playoffs would have been gone. There would have been no hope for them to make the playoffs. They would have been 1-6. There wouldn't have been a path.
Yeah. And I still don't see it, although everybody tells me there is one.
Tell me, would Lamar have been roasted as a guy who was able to practice? You were able to practice, couldn't get on the field and play. Had they lost that game, would Lamar be taking a bunch of heat now?
I don't know. It feels like there was some protection of the narrative of his great prowess. Because I can't afford to have bad numbers.
Dak would have taken heat.
I don't know. I feel like there's always been this thing about Lamar that when he's fully healthy, he's great. But, when he's kind of dinged up, he either doesn't play until he's completely healthy and doesn't play hurt, or when he is kind of dinged up, he's not all of that. So I don't know if they were trying to protect some numbers. And I'm not saying he wasn't hurt bad enough not to play. I don't know, but I do know I have this sense about him that sometimes I feel like stats matter more than just playing. Like he wants to protect the stats and the numbers and doesn't mind the losses if he doesn't play.
Well, I mean, listen, man, I say this all the time. Elite quarterbacks don't miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
They don't. And maybe like the idea, maybe the thought in my mind was he was protecting himself in a different way, that
we were hurt. And
if they lost, it wasn't on him because he's hurt.
All of that. I feel like he protects the aura, the legend, more than the actual thing. That's always been the thing with him, that he's a great football player, but why is it when you come up short, there's always a reason? It's just not on you. You're hurt. Your team was down.
Well, he saved the team because it's come out now that he's the one who made the call to take out the basketball hoop, the ping pong table, turn all the TVs off. It was all on all the video games out of the locker room. He said, "No, it's enough nonsense." And he says, "I appreciate that Steve Bisciotti put all that in for us, but we had to focus." I don't want to say people don't take their job seriously. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't feel like it was the time for that. We got a lot of work to do.
So the difference
You're telling me the guy who didn't even play? I got real questions about this.
And really, the difference between you and winning is a ping pong table in the break room.
That's what started them 1-5.
That's getting in the way. You're a lot deeper trouble.
They were 1-5 because of the ping pong.
Playing too much ping pong, too many video games.
The Ravens play tomorrow. They should be on the right track. He's expected to play, although he was expected to play last week because he practiced. So the overriding thought was he's practicing because he's going to play. And then he didn't play.
I don't want to denigrate. You know what I mean?
The
it just
media
feels
protects him in a way that I don't quite.
It feels weird to me, and I don't know why that he gets to land on this side of the okay, you're just hurt just enough not to play instead of you could have probably played hurt.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see what happens. If he doesn't end up lifting this team and carrying them to the playoffs, I'll give you every award you deserve.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right. He'll deserve all the flowers. Frank says some elite don't win Super Bowl, and that's true. That not everybody wins a Super Bowl. Not every great quarterback wins Super Bowls.
You didn't say win Super Bowl.
I'm saying it's
playoffs.
You just get to you're automatic. If you've got an elite quarterback, you're automatically in the playoffs. Like it should just be that, because there's only so many of those.
Right.
Like that's why when Joe Burrow missed it last season, I was like, oh man, either we overestimate what Joe Burrow's capable of, which I don't think is the case.
No, he was banged. The team was,
or the rest of that team was so embarrassingly bad that even Joe Burrow couldn't care.
Yeah,
with the greatest offense in the league, they couldn't get him in the playoffs.
It's a testament to Burrow, the fact that they were even close, and I think most of the people looked at that way instead of you're not good enough to take him to the playoffs. No, this team wasn't good enough. Was so bad it held him out of the playoffs.
The top tier guys, I mean, it maybe once or twice in their career, and some guys it takes a year or two to become that guy. Like I always say, Peyton Manning didn't get off to a great start in his career, but
he went to the playoffs.
After a few years, he was going to be in the playoffs every year. Tom Brady in the playoffs almost every year.
Well, Marino, they always talk about no Super Bowl. He went to the playoffs every year. He had an opportunity. That's why it made it even more painful that he didn't win, because they were close a lot.
Yeah.
They made the playoffs.
And remember the knock on John Elway was no Super Bowls until the last 2 years, but he was always in the playoffs.
Yeah,
John freaking Elway.
You
How do you not go to the playoffs if you've got John Elway? It's almost impossible.
And I think you shouldn't. And Joe Burrow's in that rare. And when he doesn't, he deserves the criticism to an extent. And Lamar
deserves the heat.
Take the heat. You're that good. You should expect the heat to come.
Everyone kisses this dude's ass. And then for some reason, when the time comes to give him heat, no one wants to give him heat. If Josh Allen misses the playoffs, he deserves heat. The one guy right now who, if they miss the playoffs, I'd still say he's elite, is Patrick Mahomes, only because he's got enough skins on the wall that he's earned it. Everybody else, all these other guys who want to be talked about in that group with Patrick Mahomes, the Burrows, the Lamars, the Josh Allens, any of these guys, Dak for that matter, if you want to put him in that conversation. If you don't make the playoffs, stop putting your name in that group.
MVP numbers in October mean absolutely nothing.
If you can't make and I'm telling you now, if Lamar doesn't make the playoffs this year, I don't ever want to hear about MVP talk again. Stop it.
I think he knows that. I think that we've reached that level of his career that there's nothing more to come. This is all you're ever going to be, and with every passing day, you're going to lose a little bit of it. You're at that point in your career.
I think that he is extremely fortunate that they got that win this weekend against the Bears. And had they not, boy, to me, there would be a ton of heat on Lamar Jackson. And right now, I still don't. I don't see it. The Ravens are the favorites.
2-5.
At 2-5, they are the favorites to win the division, and it's almost even money.
I don't know how you say that in a straight face. I don't know how a Raven fan walks around with any kind of confidence. If Cowboy fan was saying that, if we were sitting at 2-5, so you know what? All we need is Dak, and we're going to win this thing. Are you crazy?
I'll tell you how they do it. You look at the rest of that division.
But you have to rely on the kindness of strangers, though. Yeah, anytime you're in that situation, it just doesn't work.
But here's the thing. For the rest of the year, the Ravens have Lamar Jackson. The Steelers have ancient Aaron Rodgers. The Bengals have ancient Joe Flacco. The Browns have baby Dylan Gabriel. Like, if Lamar Jackson's even average, he's the best of those four.
Yeah, obviously it's going to be the tallest short guy wins. Whoever comes out of this is going to be severely
the Ravens weren't
limited.
that great with Lamar.
So, yeah, that was the other part of this. And they won the game last week because they found Derrick Henry again. And that might be the key to the rest of the season is, okay, you're back. But Derrick Henry's the reason you win football games, that he moves the ball down the field to protect Lamar for those gash plays, those significant plays that win Baltimore football games. Without Derrick, they were awful, and maybe that was the answer. Get Derrick going, and it makes it a whole lot easier for Lamar. I just cannot believe that in this day and age that an AFC division is so bad that a team that sits at 2-5 is still the favorite to win it.
It's a detriment to the rest of the division.
It is, and I can't imagine that this is right. That there's one of those other three teams has got to come up with something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if the Bengals wouldn't have blown that game against the Jets, I mean, I'd be looking at them as serious.
I was crazy, and watching Pittsburgh get their ass handed to them at home from Green Bay. They're not a lot there either.
No, No, I don't know. I mean, the division's just bad, which means the Ravens should win it because, again, and it's just the way my brain works. They have an elite quarterback.
They do. They still do.
And nobody else there does. They should be the ones who run away with it, but there's a lot of pressure on Lamar Jackson, I feel like, this year.
And I hope it's a good story. I hope they win through it and Lamar proves his mettle and Harbaugh proves it.
I hope they lose every game for the rest of the year.
See, I want to see the good story that comes.
I hope the Browns make the playoffs, and the Browns have to come to Buffalo in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, I didn't take into account the other side of this coin.
I want him to miss the playoffs. I want him, I'm not saying I want their team bus to blow out a tire and then be late to the game and have to forfeit, but I wouldn't be mad.
Wouldn't hurt. I wouldn't be upset.
Wouldn't be mad. All right. I've got UTSA Tulane tickets to give away on the other side of the break. I might give them away on the Brigade Bar. So if you want to get on those tickets, check out the YouTube page. We'll do that coming up next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Kinetico water softeners have been in my homes since I can remember. First home I ever bought, I put a Kinetico in and didn't know what life was like until I moved out of town and didn't have access to the best water softener you can buy. When you don't have one is when you realize what you miss. And I started suddenly seeing all kinds of stuff on my dishes, and my hair didn't feel right, and my skin was dry, and moved back to San Antonio, got that Kinetico, and fixed it all. And I love the water coming out of our aquifer and out of a well. It's good stuff. It just needs a little scrubbing. And when you think about what it does for the water, think about what it does for your pipes and your appliances. Long story short, if you don't have a Kinetico, you need to get one. Here's how you do it. If you call 656-PURE today, Kinetico will come out and put a water softener in your home if you're already plumbed for it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And when you decide to buy one, 0% financing is available to you with your good credit and a gift. How about a reverse osmosis drinking station? Man, it is the best thing I got, and guess what? I had to pay for it. You're going to get it free. They have the decor to match yours, and you will never have to buy another water bottle. Your tea, your coffee going to be perfect all the time, coming right out of the faucet right there in the kitchen. Don't wait. Call 656-PURE right now and let them come out and take care. If you need more details, go to KineticoSA.com. But now's the time. Go get the very best. Get yourself a Kinetico, and I know you're going to thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your midday commute, we do have a trouble spot on I-10 eastbound approaching UTSA Boulevard. Accident in the left lane as you stop and go from Bernie Stage Road, so it's going to set you back about 15 minutes. 1604 eastbound Stone Oak Parkway, that stalls in the center lane, and on 410 eastbound at 281, disabled vehicle right shoulder blocked. Now, it's going to take you about 20 minutes to get through I-10, lower level eastbound Fredericksburg on over to Commerce. This is due to some road work in the area. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Texas Department of Transportation. Whether on foot or behind the wheel, we all want to get home safe. Drivers, do your part by watching for pedestrians. Stop and yield for them at crosswalks, and take an extra moment to look for people when you're turning. Be safe. Drive smart. A message from TxDOT.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
No, it's not too soon to start holiday shopping. Ulta Beauty's early Black Friday event is happening now through November 22nd. Shop $10 beauty minis from brands like MAC and Too Faced. Take 30% off Lancome and Touchland fragrances and body mists. With new offers dropping every week, our associates can help you find the perfect gifts. Head into Ulta Beauty today to shop our early Black Friday event. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto-pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products or compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Brian's headed to the basketball court, but he's sick of this check engine light. So he goes to AutoZone for the free Fix Finder service,
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
where a friendly AutoZoner reads the light in just a few minutes and gives him a detailed report,
No big, just a loose gas cap.
and gets him to the court with a tight gas cap and tighter defense. The free Fix Finder service at AutoZone. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Defense. The ref totally blew that call.
Oh, I'm sure he'll make the right call next time.
It's too late. It cost us the game.
Well, it's just one game.
That loss eliminated us from the playoffs.
Oh, the playoffs are on so late. Now you'll be well rested.
Okay, I need you to stop talking now.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Arizona Cardinals for Monday Night Football. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
All right, then. 9:25 here on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Rob and AJ on a hump day. Hump day. Let's see. I got UTSA Tulane tickets to give away. I'm going to give them away on the Brigade Bar. Those of you who don't know, our YouTube page, we've got a good little community getting built there. Not enough thumbs up, I'll tell you that, but we do have a pretty regular audience who joins us over there. Roman says, hello, this is Roman. I won some UTSA tickets around 6. I was the 13th caller, but I never got an email confirmation. Please contact me. You wrote down my information. Of course.
What, at 6 in the morning or 6
No,
yesterday?
it was 6 in the afternoon, I bet. That's what it was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any idea when the Dome parking lot's going to open up for tailgating?
I don't know. You tell me I need to go out there and try it.
I'm telling you, while it's a young tailgate, it has it's good. It's a good tailgate. Fun. Worth going. Get there early.
Let's do this. Let's you know what? I mentioned it early in the show, and I actually mentioned it again later on in the show, so this should be an easy one.
Noon.
Who leads the NBA in scoring this season? The surprising name that going into last night led the NBA in scoring, in total points going into last night. Who was that player? First person to put it up on the Brigade Bar. You are going to win a pair of tickets to the UTSA Tulane game. That is tomorrow night at the Alamo Dome. Be there or be a loser. Gonna be a tough game for UTSA. UTSA's got to get something right. They got to switch up some momentum. But
they've got enough talent to beat anybody in their conference.
This Tulane team's pretty damn good.
Find Henry again. Start running the football.
Congratulations, Jose.
Good job.
You are the winner. Call in, Jose. Talk to Vic, 210-656-ESPN.
The great white hope.
And I also, Roman, I suggest you do the same. Call in and talk to Vic as well. All right. This is the time of day. I mean, I guess it's the time of the show, not necessarily the time of day, but the time of the show where we like to see what's going on in the world outside of sports. Because some people forget this is such a sports-centric show that sometimes we do things that have nothing to do with sport. And there's things going on in the world besides sport, including Kelsey Grammer. Now, how old do you think Kelsey Grammer is off the top of your head?
We're talking about Frazier.
Yeah.
I would say he is in his 70s.
He is 70 years old. Do you know what? He had a life-changing moment this week. Do you know what it was?
No. Hadn't thought of him in a long time.
Had another child.
Oh, good for him.
Is it? Do we want 70-year-olds having babies?
Well, I mean, you can go back to the Bible. There are guys hundreds of years old having babies. More power to him. He's got the money.
I mean, it's like you're 70. You know you're going to die. You're not going to be there to take care of that baby.
Yeah, you can be here. You can hire somebody. I don't know, man.
Come on.
I mean,
imagine you having a baby
Did he have
right
a son?
now.
Oh, God, I can't imagine. Did he have a child already?
Maybe
this
was
his
8th kid.
Oh, maybe you need to wrap it up, old man.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, it wasn't so much about the baby as about the girl. She's out now safe for the next 18 years.
Yeah, enough. 8 kids. It's 70 years old. Like,
I mean, Paul McCartney was here the other day. What if he was to have? He's 83. What if we found out
he
he was
having
going to have
kids?
Who else did we just see had a kid? Like, it doesn't. Who was the old dude?
There needs to be an age limit on that. I feel like if you're 60,
De Niro has some.
De Niro has way too many young kids. I think it needs to be 60. Like, if you're 60, it's it.
Hey, if you can find a girl that's willing to, take on a 73-year-old man,
it just seems.
I as a man who aspires to be in a situation like that, who am I to say?
You want to be in that situation?
No, I want to be able. I don't want it to be like illegal.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I mean, I'd like to know that. There's a chance.
A report has come out. I always ask you, it's Morgan Whalen, right?
I
Morgan
say
Wallen?
Whalen because I'm in the country.
Well, it's spelled Wallen, but I keep hearing Morgan Whalen. I don't know much about country music, but Morgan Whalen I know is a big star. Well, he was arrested in 2024 after he threw a chair off the roof of Eric Church's bar and restaurant in Nashville, and while he's standing there under arrest. It's on the body cam footage. They've recently released the body cam footage. Now he was arrested in 2020 and didn't like the way that his mugshot looked. So
most of us have run into that. When
he got arrested last year, while he's standing there in handcuffs, he talks to the officer. He says, hey, can you guys make sure my hair looks good in my mugshot? Either you got a comb on you right now. That sounds like a Rob Thompson move. Like, if you got arrested, you'd be like...
That's a man not worried about the whether he's convicted or not.
You're not worried about the real consequences?
This is going to be hanging around for a minute, and this might be an album cover. So this might be something I release some music for. So anybody got a comb?
Yeah. Can you mind just brush it back, not too far back. And I don't want it to look crazy, but like a little back to the right would look good for me.
I know if I'm his record company, I'm not upset that you got arrested. I sell a record or two, man. You're now an outlaw.
A man has been blamed for his own death. Wow. Now, this man was, he's 60 years old. His name's Kevin Holding. He died in February of 2023 when the pop-up toilet he was working under collapsed.
What's a pop-up toilet? Like a hunting toilet, those glasses that smash down to little.
So what they have in England is they're almost like porta potties, but they come up out of the ground. So let me show you a picture here. This is.
No, I have spent some. Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So it's like it looks like when it's down,
it looks like a phone booth and it comes out of the ground.
Yeah, when it's down in the ground, it looks like it's a sewer, like a manhole cover. Well, this fellow was working underneath it, and the urinal came down on him and crushed him. He died almost instantly. The urinal dropped as a result of a catastrophic failure of a fitting in the hydraulic system. The fitting failed due to excessive corrosion, is what they were saying. And it turns out they're saying that the high-tech washroom solutions denies liability, instead suggesting that he contributed to his own death, saying he was an experienced and well-trained operator who was negligent because he failed to take sufficient care for his safety. He failed to lower the urinal before commencing work inside the inspection changer, trying to replace the urinal's water pump while it was still raised, and failing to ask for help.
Didn't follow directions.
So his employer says, no, bro, that's on you.
What a horrible way to go out, and it was your fault.
Crushed by urinal.
It seems like a rather extravagant fix to just having a place for dudes to take a leak. This hydraulic thing that comes out of the street. I mean, I'm down. It looks pretty cool, but, maybe just build a bathroom in a room in a house and just open them. That's an overkill, right? I mean,
maybe the way to go. And finally, it looks like we are making a change. We're going back to steam catapults on new aircraft carriers. Steam is what's going to be the future here.
I heard the president talk a lot about this yesterday. This was
there will be steam-powered catapults and hydraulic elevators on new aircraft carriers. Electromagnetic aircraft launch system, we don't like that anymore. Advanced weapons elevators, we're against those, and we say we got to go back. And now the reason they got rid of those catapults and elevators because they had reliability and maintenance issues. But they're saying swapping out those features, even for future ships, would involve an extremely costly and time-consuming redesign that would further delay new carriers entering service. So we are sticking with the broken stuff. We're just going to make it last. We ain't got time to fix it.
I'm down.
I mean, listen, I don't know what were you.
I had read about this magnetic catapult thing did have some trouble, that it was failing an inordinate amount of time.
But they're all failing, I guess. Yeah, so let's find a new option.
I don't know if we got the time or the I was going to say intelligence, but I won't go there.
But he says they have magnets. Someone decided to use magnets. I'm going to sign an order that says no magnets. It's steam and hydraulics. Do you agree? Everyone agrees.
Everybody say aye.
Everybody agrees. Everybody
steam.
Everybody in the crowd just nodded. For those of you who can't see, everyone agrees. What I said is right. All right. We have one segment remaining. Damn it. And we always save our last segment. We do the daily line, so we have to do it now. So we'll do that coming up next. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make sense out of this all for the people that are wondering.
Are the people wondering, or are you?
I think they are. Should we have a poll?
No. No. You're poll-less today, Ryan Engel.
I am poll-less most days.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
It's Breeders' Cup Weekend at Retama Park, Friday, October 31st and Saturday, November 1st. Admission is free on Friday and just $5 on Saturday, with gates opening on Friday at 10:30 a.m. and on Saturday at 10 a.m. Enjoy open concessions, great food, and non-stop racing excitement. Reserve your seat now for Saturday. That's Breeders' Cup Weekend, October 31st and November 1st at Retama Park off 35 South in Selma. Victory starts here at Retama Park Racetrack. Must be 21 or older to wager.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group. If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers, and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Boo! I'm your old cheap water softener. Trick or treat, I got news for you. I'm not working again. Some days I just don't feel like it.
Just imagine what the inside of your home's pipes look like with all that hard water. Now that's scary.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I'm Jason at Connecticut Quality Water Softeners of San Antonio and the Hill Country. Don't let your old sporadic water softener ruin your house. Get a Connecticut. A Connecticut system can actually lengthen the life of your appliances, protect your pipes from buildup, and gives you soft skin and silky smooth hair.
Oh, don't listen to him. Stick with me, your old junky water softener. I'm lazy, but cute.
There's a reason Dave Ramsey says a Connecticut is the last water softener you ever own. Call us at 210-656-PURE. And right now, we'll give you a free reverse osmosis drinking station right at your kitchen sink.
Ooh, I'm tired. I need to take another break.
ConnecticutSA.com.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's go!
Hi, it's Jason Minix. You're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Man, I almost missed my favorite headline of the week. I'm going to let you read this headline, Rob.
What is it?
Those words have never been put in this order before. Okay. These words have been used in many sentences, but never put in this order before.
All right, what
Kourtney Kardashian launches vaginal probiotic lollipop. Those words in the history of mankind have never been put in that order before.
What?
Now, there's a Lemmy Purr probiotic lollipop, which features vaginal probiotics.
So where does the lollipop go?
To be clear, let's be clear.
Which side do I put
The
this lollipop?
The lollipops are meant to be consumed
above the neck or below the
orally.
Mason-Dixon line.
Orally,
Okay,
the way that they usually are consumed.
I thought it was something entirely different.
Yeah, I thought so. When I saw the headline, I was like, "Oh my gosh,
vaginal lollipop."
Really? You don't say.
And this is medicine, you say?
A picture came in my head for a second. What?
Yeah, when you read the headline, you think, "Oh my god."
Although vaginal lollipop's a pretty good band name.
That, you know what? Probiotic lollipop.
Probiotic vaginal lollipop.
There you go.
You into PVL?
Oh, man.
Great band.
Yeah,
you get a little cranky every 28 days, but other than that, they're fun.
Yeah, I totally forgot that I had that headline to get to today, and I was like, the story, because you eat the lollipop just the regular way, and it works with your vaginal health.
I've had this taste in my mouth before. What flavor is this?
But because the headline, though, is unavoidably great because it automatically makes you think you got to,
Wait till you see the package.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
The packaging is out of this world.
You'll click on that.
You got to be 18 just to buy the box.
People are wondering if you're going to leave that apple on top of the Aggie helmet until they lose.
I think that, well, you know what? That might be a good luck charm.
How long has it been there?
Yeah, I left it here yesterday for either Joe or Jason.
It's been
it's
been
still not been
forever.
consumed.
It's been
so we'll leave it here till we lose.
Eat your apple.
Well, you never know.
That'd be rude.
I left it for them to have.
All right, let's do it. Let's take a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
We got a couple college football matches tonight. Missouri State taking on Florida International. Where is Florida International at?
I think it's down in Miami.
Okay. I'm always confused because the University of South Florida is in Tampa.
Well, it's southern to most, but not to Florida.
And Tampa is decidedly not southern Florida, right? I've never understood that.
It's only south from Gainesville. No, International's in Miami.
Okay. I tend to like Florida International here, catching some points. They are they've been pretty solid, and dogs have been solid in this conference. Missouri State kind of they can be run on, and Florida International is going to run. What is that noise?
Pardon me.
Oh my!
No, they're drilling.
That's some construction going on.
Yeah,
huh?
they're drilling holes in the AC.
Oh, good.
Oh, well, it's good that they're doing that during our live
that
broadcast.
shouldn't affect anything that we do
of
here.
Sporting entertainment.
Yeah, I told them they can start at 8 and stop at 10.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, y'all come back at 2.
There's like a sign on the door. There's a sign on the door to make sure people don't come in during our show.
Yeah.
It's like between 6 and 10, no one stay in the studio.
Please, no heavy construction in the courtyard.
Yeah, construction outside, no big deal.
Yeah, you're good.
Ignore the sign. Please do your drilling and AC work on the drill into the wall right outside their studio. That's no big deal.
I thought the bean and cheese was repeating on me.
I know, me too.
Hey. The other game in college football tonight, Jacksonville State. They're at Middle Tennessee. That is Middle Tennessee, a 4.5-point home dog. I tend to lean to the under there. I don't know that there's going to be a lot of points scored in that game. Total set at 54.5. Should be an ugly game. But quite frankly, you shouldn't be watching college football tonight. This is bad football. Yes. There is some NBA action tonight. The Spurs not in action.
They're in preparation for the Heats.
They're warming up. They're stretching, getting ready. But the Houston Rockets are. They are 5.5-point road favorites in Toronto.
I like that.
Get to see them match up against the team from the Great White North. Cleveland's at Boston. Cleveland minus 3.5.
Oh, that's easy money.
You can tell where I'm going. I love fading this Celtics team. This feels like another good opportunity. I know it's a road team. I just think Cleveland's on a different level. I think Cleveland's maybe still the best team in the East, and Boston is
steadily
worse. Not quite bottom tier. They're not Wizards level. But they're not good.
No, it's not their fault. They're hurt.
Right, yeah, but the market still seems to be treating them like they're good, and I don't quite get it. Here's another one I like. You know who has not lived up to expectations so far this year? And I'm guilty of this because I had expectations for them coming into the season. The Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic favored by 1.5 at Detroit.
Well, that's another team that's on the figure-it-out part of the league. Both these teams are going to be all right. It's just going to be which figures it out first.
But don't you want the team catching points at home then?
Oh, no, I agree. I think both of them are trying to find out who they are, so I fall to the home team. But I think both these teams are playoff caliber teams. It's just to figure out what the problem is early.
How about the Hawks so far? We talked about them off to a disappointing start. Not an uber-talented team. They're 8.5-point favorites on the road against the Nets. The Nets stink.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Don't get me wrong, but they are at home, and the Hawks ain't great.
No.
8.5 points is a lot of points.
That's too much for me. And Cam Thomas alone's on a heater. So yeah, that's enough to keep them close.
Kings are at the Bulls. Do you buy into the Bulls so far? The Bulls, 4.5-point favorites.
At home?
They are favorites at home to go 5-0, baby.
The Kings are doing one thing this year, and that's losing a lot.
That is true.
So I like the homer there.
Pacers are at the Mavericks. Mavericks, 6.5-point favorites
that's
there. Pelicans are at the Nuggets minus 12.5.
At, though.
Yeah, it's their home field or home court.
Is Zion playing?
I don't. Who knows?
Think so.
I think we're back to that. I don't know. Anytime you ask that, you go, I guess we'll see. How about this one? Trailblazers minus 3.5 at the Jazz. Jazz have been playing tough, man, playing above their heads.
Yeah, but I don't know what to make of the Trailblazers until they land on their feet and we figure out it's Tiago long-term, all this other kind of stuff. But, man,
I know I ain't looking to lay points on the road with them, though.
Utah sucks, but I'm not taking any part of that.
Lakers plus 7.5 at the Timberwolves. Give me the Timberwolves.
Can Reeves get 60?
I mean, it's a one-man army. It really is a one-man army. Like I said, last game, the Lakers played Bronny James for 20 minutes. It's absurd what they're rolling out there. Timberwolves, if they're even a shell of what they've been the last couple years, they should cover 7.5.
7.5's easy, yeah.
And then the Grizzlies are at the Suns. Grizzlies laying 1.5 on the road in Phoenix.
A lot of road money tonight.
There is a lot of road money tonight. NHL, after the big day yesterday,
everybody taking the day off.
The frozen frenzy they call it. Only one game on the ice tonight. Toronto's at Columbus. The Blue Jackets, a minus 115 favorite over the Maple Leafs. And then, friends, we turn to the World Series. Major League Baseball. Game 5. The matchup we've all been waiting for.
Well, didn't expect a tied series going back to Toronto.
I don't think we did. But this is the same matchup pitching-wise that we had in Game 1 Blake Snell for the Dodgers. Trey Savage for the Blue Jays. Dodgers minus 205. Now, in the first matchup between these two pitchers, Blue Jays got the job done.
Played.
Remember that
good.
was
He's
that
the
was
young
the
kid, right?
Yeah, that was the 9-run inning game. And I'll say this: I'm gonna put my prediction hat on. If there's a 9-run inning,
that team will win.
That team's going to win tonight.
I think that's a good rule.
Generally speaking, that is a good indicator of how the game is going to go.
I get, you know what, you got to pick the Dodgers in every game, home or away, just because of talent. But it will feel awfully nice for all those Blue Jays laying in their own bed tonight.
No.
You know what I mean?
Well, they're in L.A. tonight. Then they go home and they'll leave after tonight.
After tonight, okay.
Yeah. So they are. This is game 5 in L.A.
It's not 2-2-1-1-1. It's
2-3-2 now. Yeah, I got confused, but that's why I didn't think they were playing today, because I thought it was a travel day.
This will be
but
a tough one tonight, man.
I think so
this
too.
Both teams are going to be exhausted.
They've got to be. They've got to just be beat down.
Gas. And you know what? I didn't take into consideration something that we should have really thought about is the most rested dudes on both these teams were the starting pitchers yesterday. Well, at least for the Blue Jays, because that guy got a nice rest. Shohei had a lot of, was still busy. It mattered. It really did matter yesterday.
I'll say this. I don't want to say it's a must-win game for the Blue Jays. It kind of feels like a must-win game, though, because Game 6 is Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the Dodgers, and in Game 2, he looked like on a different level of every other pitcher in this series. They could not touch him.
What's the closer's name?
Roki Sasaki.
He's also a baller.
But Yamamoto went 9 innings, and the Blue Jays could do nothing off of him. They don't want to see him in a win-or-go-home game, so I think they've got to win tonight to have a chance to take this thing to 7.
Stranger things have happened, but I just feel like it's just as soon as the Dodgers come into focus, when they can put everything together and get one more bat open, that it'll be over quick. But so far, nope.
Latest on the NFL, the Ravens at the Dolphins tomorrow night. Ravens still hovering around a 7.5-point favorite. Totals 51.5 in that one. The Vikings at the Lions. Lions still a big 8.5-point favorite.
Well, they don't have a quarterback there in Minnesota that I can trust.
Money's coming on the Titans. Chargers now 9.5-point favorites on the road instead of 10. Can I interest you in a Titans ticket?
9.5, you tell me.
Can I interest you in a Titans ticket?
No, you can't.
The Colts 3-point favorites on the road in Pittsburgh, the hottest team in the league at the Steelers. Boy, this feels like a spot to bet the Steelers, but so did last week, and that didn't work out. So the Broncos and Texans have had a favorite switch. The Broncos are now 1.5-point dogs in Houston. Houston coming off their big win.
It's 1.5.
It's not a big. I like the under in that game. I think both teams gave a little bit of fool's gold with their offenses last week. The Texans beating up on the 49ers, obliterated defense, and the Broncos beating up on the Cowboys defense. The truth of the matter is neither one of these offenses are very good.
No.
And going up against elite defenses on the other side, I think this is going to be a grimy, ugly, low-scoring game.
They're both really good defenses, though different styles. Denver seems like everybody's about 6'1", 190. They're just all over you all the time. They just attack the ball in ways that no other team does, and the Texans just stop you. They just beat on you.
The Rams are 14-point favorites at home against Tyler Shuck and the Saints.
Rightfully so. You said the reason, Tyler Shuck.
Cowboys 2.5-point favorites right now, pushing towards 3-point favorites.
It'll be 3 by Friday.
And the Buffalo Bills 2.5-point home dogs to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I hope I get a 3.
This is the regular
I'll play
season,
a 3 if I can get one, baby. That does it for us. Blitz coming up at 2. We'll do it all over again tomorrow.